Mm, mm.
It's your boy Sid, and welcome to Speak Your Mind All the Time. Thank you for tuning in to the Dallas Cowboys for Life channel. Guys, once again, bringing another hot one. Another hot one.
The
I
heat.
got my co host, like always, my man Jay Tuck in the house, and I have to say, we got a special guest. The
Yeah,
one,
man.
the only West Coast Cowboy. Man, let them know where to find you, man. Let the fans know where it's at.
What it do, man? Hey, man. Hey, man. You know what, man? It's just good to be in the building, man. I'm gonna tell you this, man. Like I say in 2020, man. Shoot, all the craziness that didn't happen, man.
Right.
Man, the Black Power, the Black Panther gone, man.
Black Panther, man. It's like this
Gone,
is
Yeah,
baby.
Marvel.
He
yeah.
gone, man.
Honestly, man, I had this set up, and we're gonna get into that. But first, Wes, I gotta ask you a question, man.
Shoot.
So yesterday morning, I woke up, and Jay, man, it was funny, man. I woke up in the morning and I lift up my phone, and of course, West Coast is live.
Right?
West Coast your son. It was your son's birthday yesterday, no, Wes?
Yeah, it's his birthday, but we do since they little, we do the whole weekend. So we just tell him it's his birthday all weekend. So his birthday was
Ah.
yesterday, but we gonna do Friday. We gonna do some Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for him.
Yo, Jay, I have to tell you, I want to be one of West Coast's kids, man. Because West Coast, yo, he had like 12 gifts
Yeah,
laid
there you
out.
go, man.
And then the kids open up the gifts, and I'm like, man, I want to be one of Wes's kids, man. And then in the midst of the conversation, Wes says, oh, yo, these gifts are only for mommy and daddy. You still got gifts coming from your birthday party.
Oh yeah, that's
That's what it's all about, man.
yeah,
Yo,
man.
I was like, yo, I want to be one of Wes's kids, man.
Yeah, man. I got five of them, man. And like with everything that's going on right now, like we put a lot of expectations on our children. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Right.
Yeah.
like I go hard on I go hard every single day. You know what I'm saying? I go live every day. So it's like, I put that same dedication and commitment into my children, into the stuff they do. So it's like we have some really high expectations over here. You know what I'm saying? My kids, we run and we work out every day. We educate. My has a PhD. She comes here every day from 7:45 to 12. So it's like
Okay.
my kids aren't they're not being normal kids right now and just like sitting around. So it's like when they do good and when it is their birthday, like you really got to turn up for them so that they understand that, like, we see all this, we understand that all your other friends are just, getting on the computer and living life. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
you are actually like we make our kids even put their uniforms on for virtual school. You know what I'm saying? Like,
There you
Wow.
go.
yeah, because you got to, man, like you
Right.
gotta like make it feel like they're in school. So
Right.
because of
Yeah.
that,
Right.
like we
Yeah.
celebrate every victory.
Right.
Yeah, man. Jay Tuck, man, thanks a lot for tuning in, man. Please let the fans know to find you too, please, and let them know about our Facebook, man.
Yeah, man. I'm Jay Tuckman. So you can find me on my Cowboys channel on YouTube, Cowboys fans only. Also subscribe, comment, like down below. Also hit us up, like Sid said, on that Facebook page, Cowboys fans only, and holla at me on Twitter at JTuck151. I follow all Cowboys fans back, the good, the bad, the ugly. What's going on, Sid?
Yeah,
Yeah,
some ugly
man.
ones out there too.
Yeah, it's ugly
Some
one,
ugly
man.
ones out there too.
I keep wanting to retract that statement, man. I'm gonna hold
Yeah.
on.
No. Let that. No, that's in this era. We always gonna be honest. There's some ugly Cowboy
Right.
fans out there.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
used to be Eagles fans though. They converted.
Yeah.
man. So, with that being said, I want to thank everyone. Whoever's on Facebook or on Twitter, share the post, ask your questions. We're going to be here for at least an hour, but we're going to get into it. And, Wes, you talked about something that obviously hit home to everyone last night, and we're going to talk a little bit about it. Black Panther, man.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah. 2020's been a rough year.
it's
And
rough.
we've been,
Right.
we lost, first it was Kobe. Now we lost Chad. Like, it's just, I don't know what's happening this year. It just seems like this year is not, and we're a bit past halfway. We still got a few months to go, and I'm just scared about what else is going to come to us this year. But again, cancer, man. Like, this guy kept it on the wraps. Did anybody have any idea that he was sick?
Nah, not. I mean, I didn't know, man. And like today really put a lot into perspective. I don't want to dive too deep into it, man, but we're in this internet, social media era, man, where everything's kind of like a joke, and everything's ha ha funny. So I know, months ago there was like jokes about him possibly being on drugs and they're calling him Crack
Yep.
Panther.
Oh
So
my
like,
God. Yep.
man,
Mhm.
y'all really don't know what people's going
Yep.
through. You know what I'm saying? So it's comes to a time, man, we got to start, taking life serious because you never know. So like, saying today it kind of, because I didn't find out till this morning.
Yeah.
But yeah, it hit hard, man. Like, my son, my littlest, man, he's a huge Black Panther fan. Like,
Mhm.
we went to the movie, he had full costume, was running around
Mhm.
everything. So I've seen this movie thousands of times, man. So we have to really start putting things in perspective. We don't know what people's going through, man. So all the jokes and all that, he stuff to kind of get a quick laugh on social media, it's time to really put that behind us, man. To be honest with you.
Yeah, man. And like, I had to have a real conversation with my kids last night. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Out of nowhere. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
Like, I'm not prepared for this. I ain't even talked to my mom about this first. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like, I had to have a real conversation with my kids because I'm like, they like, what you mean Black Panther died? Like, he didn't
right,
die. Like, they won in event. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get what I mean?
right,
Like no, the actual person who plays like that to kids because they still don't get that. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
It's a
Exactly.
separation. Yeah,
It's a separation. So it's like I had to actually explain to my kids that like no, the guy who actually played in it. Remember when we was watching the other movie because he had his other movie called 21 Bridges that was actually pretty good too.
Really good. Really good, actually.
Really good, right?
Really good.
And we watched that at the house about a month ago, and they tripped out when they saw him in there because they're like, that's the
right,
Black Panther. That's the Black
right. Yeah,
Panther. Like, what is he
that's
doing?
it.
Like, where's his suit at? You know what I'm saying? And I had to
Right,
explain it then. Like, no, he just plays the actor. So, man, I just think I just think it's just an immense amount of strength for someone who should have had the whole entire world, um, like not I don't want to say pity because I'm giving him pity, but just
right,
giving him his flowers. You know what I'm saying? His
Yeah.
roses. And instead of doing that, he chose to work, man. And
right,
it's like imagine like all the roles that he's played, you know what I'm saying? And like
right,
over the last 4 years. And I think what's amazing to it is like every great movie that you will remember about him, he had cancer while he was making it.
Yeah.
right,
He had cancer
right,
while he was making Black Panther. That
right,
movie
Nobody
came
and
out in
nobody knew.
2018. That
right,
movie came out in 2018.
right,
He
right,
was 2 years into cancer when he made Black Panther.
Yep.
right.
Imagine the taxation that took on his body, man.
Right, all the training and
All
all
the
the
Yeah,
physical
man.
training.
activity. Yeah, man, that's a
And then
lot.
think about this. Think about this. Just outside, think about the thought of this. We've all had a secret, right?
Yeah.
Right,
Imagine all the strength and the energy it takes to keep that secret a secret.
right.
Like
Especially in
that means
Hollywood.
in
And they,
Hollywood, that
yeah,
means
Yeah,
man.
that
Like,
means your publicist, you
right,
probably had to pay him a little bit more. You
right,
yep.
know what I'm saying? Because
Yep.
that they were because I mean they do all types of things like checks and medical checks and things like that because they want to make sure when you sign up for a movie that you can complete the movie. You know
right,
what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that, like movies aren't just like okay they really do be doing physicals and things like that now. So it's
right,
just like man, the last 4 years he really he not only did he outsmart Hollywood because man like I mean man it's just I can go on forever about it but I mean it's just an amazing man bro and like in the end when it was all said and done instead of showing without not even showing weakness my boy decided to show strength and that's just
right,
that's choosing your way to go out man
right,
Yep.
I don't know like my grandmother's 83 and she knows exactly what her casket is going to look like but she's 83 bro.
right,
Like, I mean, grandma, don't talk about that in my house. I don't care, that your costume is the same color. Like, I don't care about that. Like, I don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about
right,
that. You know what I'm saying?
right.
It
She
just
did that
it.
at 83. She's 43, bro. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of compare it a lot to like as an adults. Kobe was like our Black Panther. That was our hero. So
exactly.
it's kind of still like Kobe died. It's like no way. So that's the way our children is kind of thinking Black Panther died. Like he can't. Like what I'm saying. Like that.
Exactly.
So it's a kind of it's a sad story, man. Like I said, prayers for him and his family. But yeah, we're all trying to take
It,
in this loss right now. And
yep.
also Cliff Robinson, the NBA player
I
from Portland,
know.
he passed away too, man. Like I
Last night.
remember, yeah, I remember him from the battles with the Bulls and everything as a kid. So it's just crazy seeing heroes die. I think that's just something that we haven't learned to accept yet. It's like seeing our heroes die, man. So it's definitely a hard time right now, but we're gonna make it through this 2020 some way or another, everybody. So heads up, man. Stay
Yeah.
positive. Let's get to it.
And you know
Yeah.
what's also crazy too? It really not to be vain, but it really lets you know, like, the Cowboys could, people don't understand, like, there's only one team in all professional sports that could really turn all this around by winning.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, if the Lakers winning, well, I'm a Laker fan, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I'm gonna be like, good job. I'm still a little irritated with LeBron, whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's not one team in baseball that can win it. That
Right.
could literally just put a Band-Aid on all this and say, well, at least this happened.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's only
Right.
one team. They're not in NBA. They're not in baseball, man. It's this team.
Right.
Like, people are really gonna understand Cowboys. Like, this is what I tell people. Like, have you had to pee so bad that you had to pee so bad that you had to pee so bad, and then after you peed, it felt so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Relief.
Yes,
Relief.
bro. That is what the America will feel with a Cowboys Super Bowl, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
The entire world will celebrate.
Right.
Like, you don't, like, the Chiefs won a Super Bowl. I don't know. Like, bruh, it was the
Right.
Corona. Like, we ain't talking about the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl. Like, they almost got gypped. It feels like they got gypped, right?
They got right out just in time because I live here in Kansas City, man. So like they got out right in time. I think like the whole Corona thing happened like a week after the parade happened. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man. So yeah, but I agree, man. Like a Cowboys Super Bowl will be big, man. I just think for everybody because we need a way to excel, celebrate. Because I don't care if there is Corona going on. Cowboys win the Super Bowl. We out in the streets. You know.
I'm on the plane. I'm on the plane. I'm telling you now. I'm on the plane.
Yeah. Because think about this. There's in the world. There's like nobody. Like if you ask me how do I feel about the Dolphins, I'm like I don't care. You know what I'm saying? If you ask someone how they feel about the Cowboys, they have a decision. They either love them or they hate them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like a win is going to bring a reaction from, you know what I'm saying? Even the haters are going, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because now I got something new to hate on.
Right. Yeah.
But let me tell you now, man, if we win the Super Bowl,
we
will.
Yeah.
When we.
Come on,
we
Wes.
play
All right.
Rams
okay.
in 2 weeks.
So since we jumped into it, let's jump into it. So lot's going on. A lot's going on in with the Cowboys. First of all, the Cowboys organization, I don't care what anybody says, is the most talked organization out there.
We keep the lights on, man.
We keep the NFL lights on.
Right.
Exactly.
We keep the NFL lights on. Hey, Cleveland Browns, I know you appreciate us. I know. We'll make sure we get the bill paid. Don't trip. We got you.
Right.
Because nobody's talking about you. So Cleveland, how are you paying your bills?
Right.
How are you going to pay your bills this year? Yeah, you're gonna. The Cowboys. You want to know? You guys want to know why the NFL's not tripping on the Cowboys having fans? Because it's the Cowboys. Because they know the Cowboys are gonna have fans.
Right.
We're the only team in our entire division that will have fans this year.
Right.
In the stands. Yep. So that's huge.
Crazy.
Yeah, Jerry Jones, man. Listen, I would love to meet the man because I think he's inspiring. I think he's knowledgeable. He's smart. He knows how to. Listen, the Dallas Cowboys are the talk. Jerry World.
Jerry World, yep.
Yeah, me and Tuck had said this several times. Jerry runs the world, man, because you have fans across the world that are Dallas Cowboy fans.
Fact.
Right? So,
Fact. Cowboys.
With that being said, what do you think? Who do you think is making an impact right now in training camp? And before we even jump into that, do you want to see Earl come to the Dallas Cowboys?
Oh, is this like house rules? Like my house rules? Like since I'm a guest, I get to go first.
Yeah,
okay,
go ahead. Yeah, for sure.
All right. I'm gonna tell you like this. I no longer ask the question, do you want Earl Thomas? I want to know why you don't want Earl Thomas. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He's a problem in the locker room. Could we agree to that?
No. You want to know why?
Why?
Because if you ask my baby mama, I swear she's going to tell you I was a problem in the locker room. If you ask this new woman I've been with for 10 years, she'll be like, nah, he cool.
Yeah.
So I think it's all about who you ask.
Okay. I like
Great
that.
analogy. Great analogy.
Hey, Tuck, I know. Hey, let's just be real. I think we can all, like, let's just think of three of our exes. Three, right? Out of those three, how many will say something positive about you right now? I'm gonna be honest with you. If I had to put my life on it, I think I got maybe a half of one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Jay?
Feel me?
I mean, I might not even get that half, bro. To be honest with you.
Exactly. Like, and I'm a pretty good guy now, so I don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really good
I
guy, bro.
understand the concept. Okay, so what do you think that Earl Thomas will bring to the Cowboys?
Man, 13 playoff games, Super Bowl, 6 Pro Bowls, 4 All-Pros. Um, I'm such a dog. I get caught by my wife cheating. Like, bro, like everything about him, just like, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, everything about him says he's a crazy ass dude, bro. And to be
Right.
honest with you, bro, he sounds like, he sounds like I'm not gonna put no names out there, but he just sounds like every other crazy ass safety, bro, that's ever
Right.
played. Like,
Right.
bro, I tell the story about Sean Taylor. Sean Taylor was working out privately by himself once, right? And guess what? He was late to practice. This is when he was in college. He
Right.
shows up to practice, right? The coach is like, bro, you're late. He's like, we're putting you, you know the rule. You're not going to play with the one team. You're going to play with the scout team, right? So
Right.
Sean Taylor's like, all right, don't trip. You know what he does? He buckles up. First play out the gate, he comes down the line and destroys the little running back. You know what the coach said? Hey, man, go back over them starters. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, like he just destroyed him. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, the play. I can tell stories all day about Ed Reed, man. I
Right.
can tell story. Darren Woodson, still weird to this day. You know what I'm saying? Wood, we all know Woody's still crazy. You know what I'm saying? Roy
Right.
Williams is crazy, man. Like, bro, like to get in football is such a team sport, but playing safety is such an individual position. Because, bro, when it's a running back running, you got to call it. It's a safety for a reason. That means if you don't stop them, you know who tackles them? The end zone does. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? The end zone is the only person who tackles them. So it's like a safety is always running into someone full speed or someone running into them full speed. So, man, like D-Law said, man, you got to be a little crazy to play this position. Matter of fact,
Right.
I mean, I'm so crazy, I slapped the shit out of all y'all right now.
Right.
See how y'all
Right.
laughing? D-Law wasn't laughing when he said
Right.
So I
It's
have
the
a question for you
mentality.
though. If you had a choice, if right now Dallas Cowboys had a choice, and we all know Adams got signed, if you had a choice between Adams or Thomas, who would you have taken? J Tuck, I want you to answer that first.
Jamal Adams,
Yeah,
clearly.
clearly, he's better. He's best in the league.
Yeah. You hear that, Sid? He's the best in the league.
Yeah, Jamal Adams is the best. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you why Jamal Adams is the best in the league. Because if Jamal Adams switched from safety to corner, he would still probably be a top 10 corner in the NFL.
Right.
I always saw him as a box. I saw him as a box safety, but that's
See
my
that?
opinion.
And guess what? That's okay. Like we all got to be something in life. You know what I'm saying? He can
Yeah.
be a box safety. But the cool thing about Jamal Adams is, like I was saying, if you then take him and put him at corner, he's probably a top safety in the
Right.
NFL.
He's a football player. He's a dog.
He's a football player. And think about this: every single win in New York Jets, since he's been there, he's had a fingerprint on him.
Yeah.
Like, when does a safety, like, he had a fingerprint on our game?
Right.
Like, at the safety position, bruh.
Yeah.
He's the
Yeah.
furthest defensive person from the offensive line. You know what I'm saying?
Spoonie, man. Spoonie. If he's here, he'd be extremely happy right now, man.
Yeah, and I think that's where it comes to the conversation for a lot of Cowboys fans, because we haven't had a player like that at the safety position for so long. I mean, you mentioned Woodson. He was kind of the last guy we really could lean on. I mean, some people would say Roy Williams, but we just haven't had that person back there in the secondary for so long. So I think that's why we've been clamoring on to get into safety, whether it's Earl Thomas or Jamal Adams or, who else is going to come up. I know my guy Earl's talking about Derwin James, the next guy up. Like, that ain't going to happen, man. So,
And then think about this. I'm going to tell you why. Another reason why Earl Thomas makes sense. And I just thought, I appreciate you, Turk, because as you was talking, you gave me this thought. Another reason why Earl Thomas or just an elite safety makes sense to the Dallas Cowboys is because if you look at our wins-loss ratio, we're a team that typically, if we're going to lose by 6 points or less, and Dak Prescott's going to have the ball in his hand. You want to know why? And that's a good place to be. You want to know why? Because that means if he scores, you win the game. That means that technically means you're in every single game that you play.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to Dak for doing that, dog. You know what I'm saying? Now, that lets me know if I'm losing games by 6 points or less, that means I really could put an Earl Thomas back there, and that really could change the difference. Why? Because that means that's one less touch. I don't need Earl Thomas to like be all world because we're not losing by 10 or 15. We're losing by 6. So it's like, Earl, can you make a play to keep them out of field goal range? Because if he does that, we probably win the Saints game because we lost that game by 3.
By 3, yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, think about the Green Bay game. We lost by 10, but you also had a kicker miss, 4 field goals? That's 12 points right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And Dak had 2 interceptions. You still lose by 10. I
Right.
think if you have Earl Thomas in that game and he's able to stop, I don't know, what's the boy Aaron? What's the boy? Not Aaron Rodgers, because it was the running back that was killing us. The one from El Paso, Texas. Lord forgive me, because he put it up every time he scored. He put 9-1-5. The running back, not my boy Jamal Williams, because that's my dog.
Jones.
Oh my lord, my mind just.
What is it?
I'm actually googling
It's
it.
Aaron
right
Jones, right?
Aaron Jones, yeah, he scored 3 touchdowns
yeah.
on us. Think about this. He scored 3 touchdowns on us.
Right.
I want to know, say Tuck, you think Earl can help us stop one of those touchdowns?
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
If he stops one of those touchdowns, you know what happens? You're down by 3.
Right.
100%.
And we're trying, instead of trying to score a touchdown to get back in the game, we're trying to have Brett Meyer kick a kick to tie the game, even after he missed 12 field goals.
Right.
Like, Earl Thomas is the difference between one. Like, that's my thing, Earl. Like, we can, my defense is good enough to keep someone between 19 to 20 points. And in the NFL, if your offense can score like everybody else 30 points, theoretically, the Dallas Cowboys should win more games. Just off that. Our problem is our offense, we hold the defense to 19 points. Oh, my God. And your offense scores 18. What the
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If a defense is only giving up 8, you got to think like this. The best defense that ever did in Baltimore Ravens, I think it was 2010, they gave up 11 points.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hot Boys gave up 18 in 2018.
Right.
That's a difference of 1 touchdown.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So that's why I say you get Earl Thomas, because we're not getting blown out. I just need Earl Thomas to stop the play versus the Robbie Anderson play in New York. Can you help me Can you help me on that play, Earl?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that was 83 yards. We ended up losing that game by 7? 6, I think.
6.
So it's like every game that we look at, that we lose, even all 8 games, if you look at all 8 games, I promise you can insert Earl Thomas in either one of those games, and I promise we probably win half of them, because we lost the games by like 6, 7 points.
It was always like either a field
We
goal.
were always in it.
Yeah.
We were always in it.
We were.
So that's why I say Earl Thomas, one player, will typically not help a team in football, because there's 22 players. In basketball, you put LeBron on any team or with somebody else, for the most part, they instantly become a person. With Earl, because our defense is legit. You know what I'm saying? They are legit. They need more turnover. We only giving up 20 points and people are saying they're bad. I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? It's our offense, bro. If our offense can score 30 points, your defense can score 20. You get Earl, bro. Earl probably brings that down to 17. If you're only allowing teams to score 17 points a game, you're going to win 12 games in the NFL.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the thing when it comes to Earl Thomas versus just having an okay safety and a difference maker. And I think when it comes to Earl Thomas, he is a difference maker. You mentioned all the stuff that's going on, but sometimes you got to take that risk to get where you're trying to go. And I feel like old Jerry used to make those decisions. I'm not sure if it's because it's more Steven is kind of running the reins right now, but I feel like, man, I haven't heard much news about it, so I feel like there is a conversation between the Cowboys and Earl Thomas. Yeah, there absolutely has to be, because I know how, Jerry's kind of like keeping things alive, but I feel like it's still going to be that conversation. So it really comes down to the price that we offer and how bad does Earl really want to be a Cowboy, because he's mentioned that numerous times. Yeah. All right, well, this is the deal that we offered. Show us that you really want to be here. So also, this is what I like to see too. And right now, everybody's lying. So what I believe is I don't believe I don't believe nobody's words. Right? I don't believe nobody's words. I believe your actions. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't lie about your actions, because that's going to happen. Right. So Earl Thomas's actions show that he wants to be a Dallas Cowboy. You want to know why? Because football season, no matter what happens in Earl Thomas's life, football season starting on the 13th, bro. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Earl Thomas, I'm looking at my camera and I'm asking, are you planning on playing week 1?
Right.
Because you just can't, this is Corona season, right? I don't know if anybody told you this. So, Tuck, no, you just can't get on an airplane and fly to West Coast's house. You know that, right?
Right.
You got to like chill in a tank for like 3 days.
Yep.
They got to wash you down with fish and then spray you down. Then they got to mouth swab you. And then they got to do it again 3 consecutive days, bruh.
Right. Yeah.
Like Everson Griffin got signed on a Wednesday. He didn't show up into Dallas until that Tuesday.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, Earl, Um, how important is playing week one? Because if it's important in playing week one and you know that, then his actions show that he really only wants to play for the team that he supposedly said that he's holding out for.
Right.
Because you got to think like this: what if that team waits? Then you're jeopardizing not playing week one to be on a certain team.
Right.
What certain team could that be? It
Right.
can't be money. And let's just be real. It can't be money because when you limit yourself to one team, that lets me know one or two things. Everybody's saying the exact price or ain't nobody's offer good.
Right.
So
Right.
there's no
Right.
benefit. Like there's no
Yep.
benefit. You know what I'm saying? There's no benefit. So all y'all saying 3 million. So there's no benefit for me to give you. But I want to go to Dallas because Earl Thomas has to understand. I'm 29 years old. I'm out, but 29 about to be 30.
I think he's already 30, ain't he?
I think he might be too.
I think he might be
Like, listen
31
to this.
actually. Yeah.
What team is going to allow you to decline as an older player and still play? Dallas.
Right.
Like I'm not gonna name no name. I'm gonna do that. But what team do you could you be a declining player and still play for? Dallas Cowboys. We do.
Yeah.
Jason Witten. Let's just say Jason Witten. That's better. Jason Witten. We got him back. Earl
Yeah,
Thomas.
man.
You could literally play until he's 40 years old in Dallas. As long as he get like 2 interceptions a year, we'll let him play forever.
Right.
And think about this. What team could you play for that could literally outshadow everything you did in Seattle? You know what I'm saying? If you go to Cleveland, bro, you're gonna play for Cleveland and you're gonna leave. That's gonna happen. You go to San Francisco, you're gonna play for San Francisco and you're gonna leave. Bro, if you play in Dallas, you know what's gonna happen? They're gonna put your name in the ring of honor up there. Why? Because you are getting a gold jacket, and Jerry will want some of that. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna put your name in the ring of honor. You're all them people up there in Texas. You'll be floating back and forth. All them dual events. Earl Thomas will make more money in his Cowboy career and will have more notoriety in his Cowboy career than he will any other time.
Yeah.
Agree.
So with that being said, guys, I just want to jump in the chat here a little bit. I just want to send a few shout outs. I hope you guys don't mind.
Go ahead.
Of course, we got the Lunatic in the house.
What's up, bro?
What's going on? We got Eagles, SZN. Sorry, man. Eagles fan in here. Thanks for tuning in. I don't know if you caught that show, West Coast. We actually had 2 Eagles fans on the other day. It was pretty. We'll discuss that in a minute, but it was pretty tight, and I want to ask your opinion about a few things. We also got Tony Pounce. What's up, man?
What's up, my guy Tony?
Thanks a lot for tuning in. Clay Cup, Jose Santio. Share the damn link, you guys. Yeah, man. If you're tuning in, please share the link. He did say something earlier. He goes, ask the question again and include the cost to get that player. So I think he's talking about the cost to be able to get Earl Thomas. What do you think that's going to be, Wes?
The cost of it? I think the cost is this is the thing, Earl. You just got fired, bro. So,
Right.
I mean, Earl. Look, bro. I mean, I love you, bro, but I mean, come on, bro. Come on, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got 80 players that I love. You know what I'm saying? That's when them type of comments come out. Like, yeah, I mean, we are definitely happy with our guys. You're really happy with haha. I heard he wasn't even playing.
Yeah.
Like, are you serious?
I know Knicks is not happy about that.
Yes, but you get what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a good number for Earl for me is he was supposed to make $13 million this year for the Baltimore Ravens. I am not about diminishing someone's value because hey, if it drive like a Lamborghini, I don't mind paying that monthly. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm that person. I'll pay for it if it does what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
I would have no problem giving Earl Thomas a contract that's it'll say $10 million. It's going to say $10 million. But when you look at the contract, it's going to be like 7 for sure. And then he's going to have to incentivize his way up there. The reason why is because I don't like diminishing people's value because I'm going to tell you this. If you hire my company to do a job or hire me to do something and you pay me half of what I believe I'm worth, I'm probably going to give you half of what you think you thought you were going to get. I still want Earl Thomas to come in here and feel like he's one of the
valuable.
Better. Yeah, exactly,
he's
man.
Valuable.
Money has to do with self-worth. Yeah, let's just be real.
Exactly.
Right.
So it's like I wouldn't like come in here and give him no $2 million, nothing like that, because I think that would diminish who he is. But Tyrone Crawford's making $8 million. Why can't Earl make $8 million? Like, why can't he?
Right.
What do you think,
Like,
Jay?
Yeah, I think it's going to have to be around that 7 to 8 threshold. As West Coast mentioned, it's going to be incentivized, and it's also going to have to be some way that the Cowboys can get out of the contract just in case. So they're going to have to protect themselves. But I agree, and that was my concern is that if they're going to lowball him, try to give him like some of Alden Smith deal, or something like that, like $2 million or $1 million. I don't think Earl would take that, and that's always the question I was asking: how much do you want to be in Dallas? I don't think he wants to be in Dallas that damn bad. But I think if they can give him like a 7 to 8 year or $8 million contract with some incentives, maybe give him up to like that 12 to 13 threshold, then I think Earl would take that. But like I said, the most important thing is like the Cowboys gonna have to protect themselves just in case, this Earl thing. There's some issues that continues to last throughout the season. But like you said earlier, it's just like depends on where Earl's head is. I feel like having a conversation. You got to think about, as you mentioned, with the whole COVID situation, he's not going to be able to get in front of all these different teams to interview and do all these different things. So the time is crunching down. So if he really wants to be a Dallas Cowboy, I think that decision has to be made probably by next week or so. So
shoot,
we'll see.
honestly, that decision should have already been made, and now it's just about
I thought it
working
was.
that decision out. Yeah,
I thought it was
he
gonna get
really
done
does.
by Friday. I thought Friday, because that's usually when things happen, right? So we got, hey, what's up, West Coast? Watching from Italy,
Joe
Joe.
Trantrina, I know
Yeah,
that is.
yeah, man. But thanks for tuning in, man. Please again share this stream on your Facebook, please, or Twitter. Boys for Life. What's up, everyone? Thanks for tuning in. Now we're gonna jump into the training camp. So West Coast, who do you think is standing out right now that you thought wasn't gonna stand out?
You mean who do I know? Who do I want to really see it in camp? But who are they
No,
lying to me, telling me
and
real playing
I'm
well?
gonna jump in. I'm gonna
Xavier
let the I'm gonna let everybody know something. So I saw a video. You did a stream a couple weeks ago with Jalen Smith.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, you gotta understand something. West Coast has the in, right? He has the in, and he knows what's going on. So I want to know who do you think's who's making the cut and who isn't?
If I had to say, I mean, I was riding this explosive statement of I wasn't thinking that Xavier Woods was going to make this team just because
Really?
I really, heck yeah, man. I'm gonna tell you this, bro. If you play defensive back and you go watch Xavier Woods' film, you will have bad taste in your mouth. Like this is my thing about Xavier Woods. I believe that the Cowboys did it to him, though. I think he is a product of his environment because I believe that Xavier Woods is on any team in the NFL, he's playing a slot corner because that's what he is. Right. Xavier Woods is not a safety. Like he's not. His body is not even built like a safety, man. Like at the end of the day, does Xavier Woods have the body frame to stand in front? He's not going to do that, and that's why I made the statement like, man, Xavier Woods will knock you out if you're looking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're not looking.
Right.
But if you're looking and he's looking dead at you, he's going to turn to the side because at the end of the day, he don't have the body for it. So it's like, and you got to think like this, the Cowboys I'm tired of the Dallas Cowboys transferring people into positions and expecting them to play that position like they've always been playing that position.
Yeah, and I was going to say, because I think there was some news that broke today on Twitter that I saw that they're talking about when it comes to the secondary, they're going to be interchangeable. So there could be a lot of corners shifting the secondary or the safety position as well and vice versa. So it's going to be up in the air to kind of see how that works, man. Because like you said, not everyone's fit to play safety. It's a different position. It's not just a corner position.
Different mentality.
It's a different mentality. It's not Madden. I just can't take a cornerback and someone back at free safety and think everything's good. You know, so I think, that's going to be something to definitely pay attention to, especially when you watch the game tomorrow. Let's see how things are looking with this interchangeable safety to corner position. So I think Reggie Robinson has now been moved to safety. So we'll see how that goes.
They told him he was moving for sure.
Yeah.
That also lets me know, Tuck, that that doesn't make me feel good about my safeties when you're still trying to put people into it. Like think about this, man. We're 2 weeks away from a game, and you're still talking about personnel. Like we should have been talking about this in April.
Right.
Like we're not talking about personnel or bringing in any other position. You want to know why? Because safety is the only position that we still have a need. So we've been looking for somebody since Darren Woodson too.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I want to send out a shout out. Ruth the Truth tuned in.
So
big
Ruth,
shout out to her, man. She's doing big things as well. She just started her podcast, so definitely go check that out.
Yeah, and shouts out to my guy Christopher Locke, man. Hard hitters, man. I got the shirt on representing.
Hey, I'm a hard hitter
Yeah,
myself. I'm
yeah, I got
311.
hard hitters. Yeah, Kansas, man. Hard hitters of Kansas, man.
Yeah,
So
man.
shouts out
I'm
Yeah, I'm
everybody.
actually
311.
yeah.
Yeah,
He
okay,
reached out to me. I'm actually gonna be leading the Hard Hitters Canada
okay.
because there's
There you go.
nobody out here doing it. So I'm looking forward to that. So that's gonna be bringing big things also to the channel and everything else. So Wes, I didn't get to talk to you about it, and I want to ask your opinion. And we had this discussion the other day. Do you think that Mike McCarthy has a lot of pressure, and do you think that Mike McCarthy will bring the boys to where they need to be this season, or do you think that it's something that's going to take a couple years to get to?
I think when you hire an older coach, you're not waiting. You know what I'm saying? If he would have hired a kid from Oklahoma, or Lincoln Riley, I don't think someone could definitely say this is like a rebuild, because when you're trying to rebuild and you're trying to progress and like trying to get to it like in a not necessarily in a slow mash, and you get a younger coach. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't expect for a young coach from Oklahoma who hasn't won a national championship to come in and then win the ultimate championship, the Super Bowl. So it's like Arizona, you can't say that they're not expecting a Super Bowl this year. Why? Because
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like the coach, the experience of the coach lets you know that they're not expecting it. If it happens, and it happens, but that's not the expectations. I think when you go get a Mike McCarthy, an older coach, and then when you allow him to bring in 6 former head coaches who are all now um, who are now position coaches. And when I say that, like when I say this drop, think about this. When my hand went from here to here, that's only about 6 inches, but that 6 inches is about $3 million. Why? Because a head coach makes about Jason Garrett made 6. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So those guys were probably making between 3 and 4 million dollars a year as head
Right.
coaches somewhere. Now position coaches, bro, position coaches. Like, yeah, they're still shopping at Ross, man. You don't even know who position coaches are in the NFL. You don't know why? Because they don't make no money. You know what I'm saying? Most position coaches are also coaching other kids and stuff on the outside. So it's like that's 3 million to maybe 300,000-400,000. So it's
Right.
like you can't be there too long. You know what I'm saying? Because you still have bills of a millionaire. You feel me? So
Yeah,
I see it like this. Everybody on this staff is on like I think between a 3 to 4 year window. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because how long is a head coach going to want to be a position coach? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like Mike Nolan could have went and probably he should have been interviewing for head coaching jobs. Tom
Right.
Sula should have been interviewing for head coaching jobs.
Right.
But they didn't even go interview. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think they are in debt. And then Jerry about to be Jerry. I mean, Jerry 80-some years old. He got
Right.
them hoes keep him young. You know what
you know.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
The hoes
man.
do keep him young though. But
Listen,
I mean,
the lunatic had a question for you guys. Question: Who you got starting as 3 corners, and did J. Lou injury save AB?
So I don't think it saved Anthony Brown because Anthony Brown got the money. But as I mentioned on the show the other night with SoFlo, shouts out to SoFlo, man.
Yeah, man. They're actually in the channel. Big shout out to them guys, man. That's sorry.
Shouts out to my guy Jonathan
Yeah,
and
man.
SoFlo. But yeah, I'm personally not the biggest Anthony Brown fan. If I had to pick me personally, I would pick J. Lou over Anthony Brown. But as you mentioned, the injury, I mean, things are starting to change because I'm seeing a lot of highlights on him as far as camp is concerned with Diggs. So I'm starting to swing more to Diggs being a day one starter. I didn't think originally he would be. I thought Daryl Worley would probably be the bridge until Diggs could come along. But from what I'm hearing from everyone, it sounds like Diggs is starting to show himself as being a day one starter. So if that's the case, I would say our day one starters would be Diggs. I would have Cheeto, and then I would say Anthony Brown over J. Lou.
if I did my starters, I mean, this is my thing, right? I think I have a different mindset on corners, because if a team runs 4 wide receivers 63% of the time,
Right.
you're gonna need more than 2 corners.
Right.
You're gonna need more than 3 corners. You're gonna need 4 corners.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I am the DB coach for the Dallas Cowboys, this is what I'm saying. Don't worry about starting in 2020.
Right.
Just worry about being one of the top 4 corners on this team, and you're
Right.
gonna play. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Okay.
Because so it's like, and at the end of the day, I think you're just gonna like the Rams. I'm already starting on my Ram stuff. They ran 4 receivers 63% of the time last year.
Right.
So it's like I don't like you were saying, Tuck. Like I need to have 4 corners that are ready
Right.
to go. So
Right.
like my question right now is, and you can put them wherever you want to put them, but I'm gonna just give you my 4 corners. Cheeto, Diggs, Jordan Lewis, and then hold on, Cheeto, Diggs. I just lost one. Cheeto, Diggs, Jordan Lewis. My mind is blank right now.
Brown or Worley?
Oh, and Brown. It's gonna be Brown.
Okay.
The
Okay.
reason why I say Brown is because Brown, if you see in the clips, he's getting a lot of playing time right now, and
Right.
he's playing a lot of time against ones because that's how he got that interception that Michael Gallup dropped that he caught. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
I'm looking for Lewis this year, man. He did a lot of big things last year.
he did, but it's just like I said, man. It's like week 1. Week like right now, the Cowboys aren't trying to figure out who their top 3 corners. They're trying to figure out who their top 4 is because you're gonna need for sure against the Rams. You're for sure gonna need 4 corners.
Yeah.
So it's like so those are my 4. Worley, I was 100% on the train with you on Worley just because he was starting last year, and in LA, he was starting in Oakland last year. Right. So it's like, but then when I started hearing his name about possibly moving to safety, I'm like, if you notice, obviously Cheeto's been playing really good at corner wide because you ain't heard nothing about him.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Nothing.
Right.
Nothing about him.
That was the original rumor, and that got tossed out the window. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? You don't know why it ended? Because Cheeto went out there and balled. He playing. So they look at it and like, no, we're not going to diminish you and put you back there with the safeties. So for me, like it makes me believe that for me to be smart, I don't want to I want to sound smart. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm not going to put Darrell Woodley in there because I don't think that sounds smart right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because the tea leaves are kind of saying that if they're talking about moving him to safety, that means whatever's happening at corner, he's either not getting a chance or it's not working. Exactly. Like you were saying. I don't know if it's not working but it's not positive if they're already trying to move you to safety.
Right.
Okay. So do you think our defense has, besides safety, do you think our defense has any other holes?
If LVE is lying to us.
I've been on that, man. I've been saying the same exact thing. I said a neck injury is no joke.
I mean, if he telling the truth. But I mean, it's not even if he telling the truth. If his neck, I mean, my thing is, let's do an example. Let's do a real quick example, right? I want everybody to count your ears. How many ears you got? 1. You got 2. How many eyes you got? You got 1. You got 2. All right, count you. Everybody now. Hey, we got some people that the Lord has blessed to have 2 of these. You know what I'm saying? But I need everybody to count your neck. I only got 1. If you got 2, then you blessed. You know what I'm saying? You holler at LV, you might want to get one from me. You know what I'm saying? But, bro, we only got 1 neck, man. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know.
I'm worried. I'm worried because all it's going to take is that one hit. That one, you lean your head the wrong way, you tackle the wrong way, head collision the wrong way, and does that neck injury get worse where it ends his career?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be that drastic on him, but the way I feel when it comes to LVE, they said he's having a great camp from what we're hearing. But like I said, he hasn't been in full 100%. Yeah, he hasn't been in full 100% contact. So I think until that really happens, he's not going to have that confidence until he really knows, because he's not going to know. So I would say maybe it's that first game against the Rams, and he has Cam Akers come through or someone come through, and he really has that hard collision. He's going to see all right, my neck is all right, But it's going to be a confidence thing, man. I think it's going to slowly progress over the season, but this one nagging injury could definitely change things. I mean, we've all woke up, got up out of the bed, and our back is sore, our neck is tired, different things like that. So you just never know, especially playing the game of football. So like I said, man, I think the linebacker position is one of the areas we need to focus on as far as depth-wise. Up front, we look solid with Jalen Smith, Van Der Esch, and Sean Lee. But after that, man, things get a little shaky. So.
Yeah, and I mean, the cool thing too, like the 2 reasons why I wanted us to get a D tackles this offseason, I mean, obviously because I'm tired of people running on us, that's always stopped. That's never good.
Right.
But at the same time, man, it's like you want to preserve, Jalen Smith, that's my dog. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, I tend to kind of shade toward folks that show me love. So it's like, I'm looking at Jalen Smith's game and I'm seeing the stuff that people are saying, and I'm like, yo, bro, like, I mean, how many linebackers are taking on guards all day?
Right.
Like,
right.
Okay, can we Google how much Jalen Smith weighs? Now, can we Google how much the average guard? I'm not even gonna say a good guard, just average how much a regular guard, a
Yeah.
guy that's trying to make it in the NFL weighs? That
Right.
guy. That guy outweighs Jalen Smith and LVE by 60 pounds.
Right.
Imagine that guy flying at you every single play, 60 plays. Like, you're not going to be able to do your job. Ray Lewis said that the best thing that the person that saved his career, not even Earl Thomas, was Ed Reed. You know who he was? He said Saragusa, the defensive tackle that was in front of him. Because when they put Tony Saragusa in front of Ray Lewis, it allowed him to play free. You know what I'm saying? And that's like so important for a linebacker, because linebackers are always sticking their head in the muck. You know what I'm saying? Sticking their neck. That's why his neck is so important. But it's like, you get that defensive tackle in front of him, you get that big old fat nasty body. He ain't even got to be good. You just got to be fat and just don't get moved.
Right, on the fat nasties.
Just not get moved. You know what I'm saying? And so
not right or left, just stand and
exactly. You know what I'm saying? And if you're just I'm gonna tell you like this: by doing that alone, they're gonna play better. Why? Because all that contact, they're not going to see. Some of the worst plays that I saw, that you see, that people be like, oh, I don't like. Look at Jalen Smith. I'm like, yeah, but do you see that guard freaking carried him?
Right.
Like, literally just carried him like 2 yards.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A grown man should never be picked up off his feet. You know what I'm saying? Just don't do that to me. If you ever see me, don't pick me up. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, man, and I agree. And actually, shouts to the lunatic. He asked that same question. Tristan Hill or Gallimore, who do you have having a better camp? I think it's important that a lot of these young bucks, especially with McCoy being out, you know, that they're getting the look. So a lot of the talk about Tristan Hill has been very positive. So I hope he's going to come on strong. But as you mentioned, I think Poe clogging up that middle, keeping our linebackers clean, not letting them get to the second level to touch our linebackers is going to be key. Especially since you're moving Jalen now out to the weak side linebacker, you know, he's going to be able to run freely, use the athleticism that he really has, and does what he does best, like he did in college. But like West Coast said, man, you got those big boys hemming you up, and you can't really do what you're doing because you're outweighed by damn near 70 pounds sometimes.
60,
and you got to understand these guards can.
You gonna get your linebackers hurt, bro.
Right.
That's what's gonna happen.
Right.
And your linebackers ate up.
And people don't understand at the next level in NFL, some of these guards can move, man. So like they come at you full speed with this weight, man. So it's a lot. So I think our D line is gonna be very important. So I think our D line is our strength of our defense, but I think it's gonna have a ripple effect as far as our linebacker play, and also gonna help with the secondary as well. So
okay. I saw a question on Twitter yesterday, and I thought this was very interesting. Who's leading in sacks in the Dallas Cowboys this year? Law?
Shoot, it better be, man. It better be DeMarcus Lawrence. What you mean?
Yeah.
If it's anybody other than DeMarcus Lawrence, Houston, we have a problem.
I said it. You know, and I'm not. I like D-Law. I'm actually ordering. Jay, don't get on me.
What? You're not about to say
I didn't mean to say that in a negative way. I was just saying it in a way as like this. It's like you brought in everything that you did on the defensive line, like the defensive line you brought in. That's what I was going to say. My 2 points. You helped to help Jalen Smith, but to help your linebackers. But you also brought in those defensive tackles to help DeMarcus Lawrence. Like Poe is brought in to do two things: to get these guards off of Jalen Smith when they want to run, and to get these guards and tackles off of DeMarcus Lawrence when they want to pass. Because remember, the guards are doing two different things. They're either pass blocking or run blocking. And on the run blocking, they're running and killing my linebackers. And then on pass blocking, guess what they're doing? They're either double tapping D-Law or they're just shielding them out. So it's Lord, I wish we kept him. But my boy Poe, can you create enough distraction for their defense, their offensive coordinator to be like, okay, we can't just double team D-Law all game.
D-Law anymore,
We just can't do, because that's what all they did last year. Like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna D-Law him. We're gonna, because this is the thing about it. It's like D-Law is disruptive. You know what I'm saying? Quinn had 11 and a half sacks, but I'm gonna tell you this right now: he was not by any means our most disruptive player.
It was D-Law.
It was D-Law.
I was on D-Law, and this is why me and Jay have been having this discussion, and I got a lot of heat from Late Night Hype, and shout out to those guys. But I said D-Law last year for me just wasn't a dog. And he was
no. Can I tell you something, bro? This is the difference. D-Law is Mike Tyson, right? He's Mike Tyson. In the
Yo.
ring, he will knock you the hell out, right?
Right.
You put Mike Tyson in the ring with with two other fighters.
Right.
So now it's Mike Tyson versus two dudes. Yeah, he's
Right.
still Mike Tyson, but guess what, bro? Them punches don't hit no hard. Why? Because now I gotta hit two people. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
And I think
I don't
that,
know.
but
Go
people
ahead.
don't understand, man. I said this, and people were like, I think Tyron Crawford being out last year, it impacted their defensive line because now they really didn't have to focus on anyone in that interior. They could
But
just
D-Law.
but D Law. So of course they're gonna chip. They're gonna put a tight end on the side.
Yep.
They're gonna have the guard swing over. So yeah, it was strictly focused. But now you can't do that. You have to look at the entire D line, as West Coast said, and said, all right, man, they got Everson Griffin. Hell, here comes Alden Smith. Here comes Jalen Smith off the edge. Everything's going on. So I feel like if you start putting D Law in one-on-one situations with those tackles, then that's where you're gonna see, D-Law really take effect and do what he's doing. I think when it comes to D-Law, everyone just looks at that sack number and
Yep.
says, it decreased. He got his money. He was lazy, but they don't actually really watch the film and see what was happening. Like you said, man, you got 2 to 3
I'm
people
guilty.
on you. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm guilty. I'm guilty.
and think about this. Like, I'm writing this down real quick. Hey, can you Google for me how many tackles for loss D-Law had? Because I know it led the team. So what that really means is, like, at the end of the day, and on defense, we count a tackle for a loss as a sack. You
Right.
know
No,
why?
how many missed tackles?
No, tackles for a loss.
Sorry.
How many tackles for a loss he had? The reason why we count a tackle for a loss as a sack, because the only difference is the quarterback didn't have the ball.
That ball, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The running back had the ball, or the wide receiver had the ball, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, if you are getting, that's negative plays. And I'm gonna tell you guys something that's so powerful and so strong about D-Law that I need everybody just let it marinate like my boys say, like good juice. Just let it sap all on it, let it soak into the meat. Just let this literally soak into the meat, right? D-Law had 5.5 sacks. Robert Quinn had 11 and a half sacks.
Yep.
Okay. Did you know that offensive coordinators still looked at the film and said, I know that guy over there has 11 and a half sacks, but we're still going to double team that guy.
Right.
Think about that.
And also, what people gotta understand, when you watch D-Law last year, he was within inches of a lot of sacks. Like they were there. There was oftentimes he had the grasp on the quarterback. It was just like a half a second late. And the reason why is because he had a double team on his side. He wasn't getting the free looks, the one-on-one looks that Robert Quinn was. Because you think about it, I mean, even though Robert Quinn might have a decent season because everyone's going to be focused on Khalil Mack, it's not going to be the same type of season he had last year because now he's going to have that focus on him. It's a lot different, man. So.
Yeah, and that's why I say, like, if you go look at, there's no shade on Robert Quinn because he still had to tackle the dude.
Right.
If you go, just think about, take one off my head. The Teddy Bridgewater sack. Teddy Bridgewater got sacked running from D-Law.
Right.
Because he
burnt Robert Quinn.
Yeah, he belt this way, and then he said, oh, hell no.
Hell no.
And ran the other way.
Yeah.
And if you go look at Robert Quinn's sacks, bro, I think I counted like 6 of his sacks were just 100% him just running to the quarterback. And you want to know why? Because there was nobody in front of him.
Right.
You want to know why? Because they were over the other side with D-Law. That is an amazing statement where a team will look at your production from one guy and be like, bro, this guy is their sack leader. I don't care if he's their sack leader. Put that double team on him.
Right.
Because he's the one that can affect the game. Robert Quinn, I mean, not so much. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the Cowboys didn't even jump. They weren't even trying to sign him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, we couldn't either way. We didn't have to.
No, we could have.
We could have.
We could have.
Yeah, we didn't
think about this. We didn't even sign Dak.
Right.
Well, yeah, that's. I'm gonna ask you.
You know what I'm saying? So I
want to know. I want to know what you think about that. And I didn't think I caught you talking about that. And that, not that I didn't want to. We did a 6-hour stream that day, believe it or not. So I didn't.
Oh my God! Hey, can I say something real quick? My bald head man. He's old bald head nut. He crazy as hell, man. Hey, my boy Jose, man. I gotta give him some love on this comment because, man, I can't believe I forgot about this. Man, D-Law's healthy in 2020. Next subject.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. And
he was coming off a shoulder injury, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That yeah. Big
Shout
shout
out
out
to
to
the
Pat.
bald head nut.
Yeah, Pat 1984, man. Always tuning into the channel, man. Appreciate you. He said, "What's up, Sid and Tuck?" And he gave us a pound. And Pat 1984, go check out Wes. Oh yeah, he said it. Wes also gave you a pound, man. go check his channel out. He's always doing big things, playing Madden a lot.
Oh, heck yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I love Madden. You want to know why? Because it's the easiest way to teach people. Like when you're watching Madden, like I can pause and tell you, okay, like the other day I was showing like this is how you read. This is how you read how many people are in the box. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Why?
Yeah.
You look in the center. You know what I'm saying? Look up the center, imaginary line. Everybody to the left. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody-
Right.
If it's someone in front of the center, he's a 0. Everybody to the left. I'm gonna change my play and go this way. Why? Because there's 2 on this side and 4 on that side. You
Right.
guys, you know what I'm saying?
And especially in
That's what I do like about
2021,
that.
they're making you play football this year. So all you
Yes,
people
they
to
are.
hop on and
Yes,
just jump
they
on
are.
and press square. That's not happening, man.
Yes,
It's not
they
gonna
are.
happen. It's not happening because last year I used to safety blitz all the time.
Nah, it's not
And
happening.
That's not happening this year. It ain't
Yeah,
working.
Hey, you know what they also did too, man? They purposely went after glitches on this
Right.
game.
Yeah,
Like
they did.
anything that was a glitch is done. Like the Zeke, because man, I'm gonna tell you, I would freaking spread, not the spread, but the what's that damn the zone read where the stretch play.
Yeah,
Man,
stretch.
I'll stretch you to death with Zeke.
I close stretch, man.
Yes, I'll stretch you. And this is the key to the play. All I gotta do is get to that hash before you do. If I
Right.
can get to that angle before you do, I'm a turn and I'm gone.
My brother's probably in the chat going crazy, man, because I used to dog him with that stretch play, man.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of people in the Madden last year would bench Zeke in favor of Tony Pollard because Tony
Right.
Pollard could get to the end. He gets to the edge
And
fast.
he's gone. Yeah.
He's gone, bro. He's gone.
Yeah, man. So I ended up
Great
googling what you asked me, but the lunatic actually wrote it. The tank had 10 forced tackles last year.
So think about this: 10 tackles for loss, right? With 5, you know what that means? That's 15 negative plays.
Right.
That's a negative play a game.
Right.
That's pretty good, bro. Because you got to think like this. Usually, most teams won't even respond from a negative play. Because if you get a negative play on a second down, that's like a what? That's like now a second and like 12, second and 13. Like one negative play could almost end. It could end the drive. It could literally end the drive.
And they also said he was the most double team lineman last year as well. So
15.
Well, runners didn't want to go that way.
He's easily D-Law probably last year. If he doesn't get double teamed, I say he probably gets you 10 sacks. I think he gets you 10 sacks. You know what I'm saying?
Because you got to think about it. With our defense last year, it's real offensive from the offense perspective. Who on our defense were you wanting to avoid? When you come in and you make your game play for the week,
D-Law.
D-Law. That's, hey, we got to focus on D-Law, then Jalen Smith, and after that, maybe Byron Jones. But like it started with D-Law. He was the engine of the defense. He's the steam. He's the vocal point. So that's where everyone shifted their focus. So I expect big things.
Hey, I'm gonna ask you a question. Tuck, you're an offensive coordinator. You're looking on this Cowboy defense right now. Who are you circling?
Me personally, I'm circling D-Law, and I'm also circling.
Boom! There you go.
Yeah.
Boom! There you go. Anybody that says D-Law fell off, boom! There you go. There you go. We haven't even played a game in 2020 yet.
Right.
We haven't even played a 20, and you still see the effect.
Right.
Boom! There you go.
Right.
Yeah, but we have a lot of dogs going into the season, man. I don't know what teams are going to be doing to try and cover those guys, man, because we got a lot of strong defense.
But you know what, though? And you know what? So back to our first point. That's even more reason why you put Earl Thomas on this team, because now Earl Thomas is on this team, right? D-Law's on this team. Hey, Tuck, you're the offensive coordinator for the Rams. Who are you circling now?
Yeah, you're circling a lot of people, man.
You're circling both, bro. You got to circle both.
Like
we got to know where this guy's at all times. We also got to know where this guy's on at all times. Every time.
Right.
You got a quarterback. At all times, you need to focus on this guy. You need to focus on this guy.
Yeah.
Right. Because going back to your Madden analogy, man, when you play against the Cowboys on Madden, who's superstar X factors over there ticking? D-Law. Like
exactly.
Yeah, I'm going ahead and run that stretch to the left, man. I'm going ahead and go right over here.
The game is literally asked. The game is funny because the game will literally remind you, hey man, you stack with D-Law so you can heat up.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hey, and shit, I want to say something too about that Earl Thomas, man. The Earl Thomas effect is this too. And I did a video on this and I wanted to mention it earlier, man. There are some things that Earl Thomas also brings to this defense that you cannot pay for and intangible. And that is beating Seattle in Seattle. You know what I'm saying? There's no other team that can give him that. You know what I'm saying? That enjoyment. Also, beating Baltimore. Do we go to Baltimore?
Yeah, we go to
Yeah,
Baltimore.
Oh, so we go. Wait, time out. So you tell me you get to pull up on both your baby mamas in the Lambo? You know what I'm saying? 2 Chainz said, have you ever heard that my version is pull up on my ex with my feelings missing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's the best feeling in the world. I don't know if y'all, but have you
Yeah.
ever, like, you know what I'm saying, been, she left you and then, you know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
doing good. The Lord bless you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Lord, he blessing in your life. And you pull up and you in that new thing, you know what I'm saying? You just got it clean, looking good, smelling good, like a Christian should. You look over there and she's still in that Honda that you told her to trade in 3 years ago.
Right.
What's up with you? Oh, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh, no, don't call me. I'm good. We good on this side. You know what I'm saying?
I just think it's funny that
Yeah.
You get to do that. Think about that. Think about that, though, Tuck. You get to go back into Seattle. Oh,
Right.
you know that team Baltimore that said you were a troublemaker and
Right.
that got rid of you? Oh, yeah, we going back into there.
Because people gotta understand, man. Earl keeps that chip. He keeps that chip on his shoulder because you remember how he did us when he bowed to the crowd. Yeah,
Look how he did Seattle.
Yeah.
Hey, funny story, and this I probably shouldn't say the story because I want Earl Thomas on his team. But Earl Thomas was so excited about beating Seattle that he actually missed the team flight and had to fly back. That was something they're gonna use against him too. Damn. Earl, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, but we're in Seattle.
Okay with it.
We'll be okay Seattle in September, and we're in Baltimore in December.
And can I looking at your schedule? Yeah. Aren't those two of your hardest games on your schedule?
Right.
Yep.
So you're now telling me that he has a personal stake. Like, bro, if you tell me that signing Earl Thomas guarantees that I beat at least one of those teams, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Oh, yeah, and we also play his old division, San Francisco, because he played them 2 times a year.
Right.
Oh, yeah, then we also play Arizona. Yeah, he played them 2 times a year.
Right.
We also play the Rams. Oh, yeah, he played them. And he didn't play them 2 times a year like 10 years ago. He was just on the Seahawks a year ago, man, like 2 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
And the AFC North, too.
So, and so bro, it may not make no sense to sign Earl Thomas for 3 years. Okay, I get it.
Right.
But it does make sense to sign him this year.
For 1 year.
Right.
Yeah. To give him a 1 year deal and let him.
The information that he gives you on Baltimore alone.
Right.
A team that you might see in a Super Bowl.
Right. Right. Because who's better to scout what their offense was doing than Earl Thomas? Like,
if Baltimore changes their entire offense because of Earl Thomas, that's even better. Right. Like, I would love for them to try to invent a whole new offense in 1 week. Right. I would love for you to try. Right. Go ahead. That's even better.
Who do you think we're gonna have trouble going against this year? I have us at 12-4 this year.
I try to stay away from predictions. I do. I try to stay away from predictions just because, like, I feel like when you do predictions, it gets you like.
No.
Stuck on something. You know what I'm saying?
Let's. You're on the Speak Your Mind All the Time show, so you gotta. I want your prediction, please.
This is what I say. I say 12-4 question marks. You know what I'm saying? I have 12 games that I look at, and I say we have the skill advantage, we have the coaching advantage. Execution advantages. There's 3 things: skill, coaching, execution. The skill is, do you actually have the players? Coaching, does someone know how to tell you what to do? And then execution, when you put them 2 together, did you do it correctly? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think there's 12 teams on there that I feel that if we can get 2, I think we on paper have 2 out of those 3. You know what I'm saying? Right. We have the skill on them and we have the coaching. You know what I'm saying? Or if there's even a team where I think they're more skilled, I'm like, yeah, we got the coaching and I think we'll execute better than them. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, because I think, I ain't gonna lie, I think Sean McVay is when it comes to like getting people wide open, he is really good at that, bro.
Right.
Bro, he took a bunch of, I don't think anybody on his wide receiver core is earlier than a 2nd round pick. And he be having them dudes wide open.
Right.
Like, that is the scary thing about McVay that scares me, and why I'm starting 2 weeks early is because, bro, you don't ever hear about them making crazy catches. If you go look at the Rams highlights, it is a bunch of wide open passes. You want to know why? Because Sean McVay's really good at what he does. That's why he let Todd Gurley go. Like, yeah, we don't need those 12 touchdowns. What? Right. Yeah. What? Wait, Todd Gurley's washed up, but he had 12 touchdowns. What?
Right.
You're gonna let 12 touchdowns? There's only 16 games, bro.
Right.
So it's like that's why I kind of Earl Thomas, when you put Earl Thomas on this game, those 4 question marks, it goes down to the only thing I can say is execution now, because If you look on paper with an Earl Thomas, whoever executes better in the snow is going to win that game. San Francisco, whoever with Earl, whoever executes better is going to win that game.
Right.
Joe has a crazy prediction, and I don't see it happening. I would love for it to happen, but he has them. He said if everybody stays healthy, we're going 16-0.
With an Earl Thomas, you could. You want to know why? Because remember when we first started this game. Let me tell you why, though. Let me tell you why. Because this team, at its worst, will win 8 games. You want to know why? Because they did it last year. Right. So I'm only really trying to focus on winning 8 more games. You know what I'm saying? Like, example, my ticket, I convinced my wife to let me spend $400 on the Dallas Cowboy ticket for week 2, right? Then I get my receipt and it says $600. She like, oh my God, my ticket broker like, damn, West Coast, you're gonna have to convince your wife to let you spend $600. I said, hell no, I gotta get her to let me spend an extra $200. She already said yes before, so we not gonna bring that up. You know what I'm saying? We ain't bringing that up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just talk about I need $200 more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The smaller number works. So, bruh, if you look at Earl Thomas, man, I just look at my season last year. My worst season under Dak Prescott, 8-8. I put Earl Thomas on that team that doesn't have a CeeDee Lamb, doesn't have a Gerald, doesn't have a Poe, doesn't have a better coach that understands that, hey, when you play Chicago, maybe you should practice in the snow. I don't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or maybe when you go to New England, maybe we shouldn't try to throw the ball 30 times in the rain. I don't know, just common sense stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe we should run on 3rd and 1. We have I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We have common sense stuff like that. So it's like before you even think about this, you have all this extra stuff, and then on top of that, you put Earl. Bro, Earl is literally he's getting into the guaranteed stuff. If you talk about Earl, you put Earl on this team, I feel confident to go down to Vegas and put some money on the Cowboys. Let's do it.
Right.
You think Earl will get signed Monday, Tuesday? Do you think we'll hear something about it?
I think he already knows where he's going. I just think it's about Jerry Jones said it, man. Jerry Jones said that it's no longer about talking. It's about talking to his agent and getting those and having those conversations. I think that Earl and the Dallas Cowboys have already understand what's going to happen because I think Earl called Jerry Jones after he punched that dude. I think he did.
Right.
I think
do we know what the real story is behind it?
Yeah, the real story is this. Earl Thomas signed the biggest contract in Baltimore history to be their safety. And the reason why they gave him so much money is because they didn't tell him that he was going to be running a defense that he's never runs ever. He's a cover 3 safety, and he should have stayed a cover 3 safety. Freaking Baltimore, they run cover 2. They run a bunch of exotic stuff. And guess what? That had Earl Thomas looking non-Earl Thomas. Like, think about this. Earl Thomas has been looked at as a god. And you're going to tell me it only took 1 year for us to be thinking like he's washed up? Oh, yeah, he's not good. Even though he did make a Pro Bowl.
Right.
You know? So it's like, I think, and then you also got to remember, in a cover 3 defense, you're in the middle of the field. You can basically do what you want to do. Why? Because your corners are manned up. They're dogging. The reason why they were able to do that is because they had Richard Sherman. They had some high-end corners.
Oh, yeah.
Now, in Baltimore, you're more of a cover 2. That means you actually have a place you're supposed to be on every play.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you play cover 3, where you go anywhere you want to go. You can go to concession stand and get a hot dog. If you can get back before they hike the ball, you can go to the concession stand and get a hot dog and come back. You know what I'm saying? In a cover 3 defense, because they don't care where you go. You know what I'm saying? But in that defense in Baltimore, he had a responsibility where he was supposed to be every single play. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think Earl could adapt. And what happened that day, from what I've heard from Adam Schefter, is Earl Thomas he was in the play. He saw a potential, thought he could sack the quarterback. He took off running he blitzed and go sack the quarterback, supposed to be in coverage. Guess what Lamar Jackson did? He threw the ball.
Right.
And guess what the ball did? It went right over his head.
Right.
And he got scored on, and the kid that he punched got scored on. The kid that he punched took his helmet off and threw his helmet. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. That says a lot about Baltimore, because I'm going to tell you this right now. If Dak throw an interception and anybody except for Amari Cooper or Ezekiel Elliott take their damn helmet off, and throw it on the ground because you mad at Dak Prescott?
Right.
A veteran for missing a practice?
Right.
We ain't even talking about the game I love. We talking about practice. What Allen ever say?
Right. Practice.
We talking about practice.
Talk about practice.
You ain't Earl Thomas. Anybody that feels that they can get mad at Earl Thomas for missing a play and you got the audacity to throw your helmet off, I'm punching you. Yeah. Why? Because I'm about to remind you that I'm Earl Thomas. And he got punched. And then it was pretty much downhill from there.
and then he called Jerry, come get me.
And guess what? Just like you do, just like, hey, I ain't gonna say this because my, you know what I'm saying, my wife watching, but just like when I was a single man and that she'd be like, man, the other girl be like, man, I don't want to be with you no more. I'm with Tucker. I'm like, man, I don't care about no Tucker, man. F Tucker, man. He got that Marvel hat on, man. About no damn Tucker, man. Yeah. I ain't even tripping. I said, what's up with you, man? You doing so like, you know how that's how the conversation went.
Yeah. You know. So
you know that's how the conversation went. What's up, Ted? Yeah, man, I can't stand Tuck. You don't like it, man? Hey, man, we should do some shows, man.
Jay, man, I've been asking Wes a lot of questions. I'm sure you got some, man.
I'm chilling, man. I'm enjoying this, man. What's going on, Sid?
So listen, let's talk about Dak a little bit because I've been seeing his the training camp videos on Dak, and I have to say Dak is looking nice.
Yeah,
he's looking. First of all, he's slim. Has more zip on the ball. He's running, throwing. He was always good at. For me, I always thought he was good on that. Running and throwing the ball. He threw the ball a few times last year when I was like, "Damn, did Dak just throw that?" Because
he also admitted that he's premature balding and he let it go.
Let it go.
Hey, let it go, Dak.
Yeah, just let it go, man.
Let it go.
Just let it go, dog.
I'm there with you, man. Yeah. So, me and Tuck had this discussion, and I keep saying that he's going to go out there and he's going to be a bit more reserved, not taking as many chances as he used to before because he didn't sign. He doesn't have that guarantee. Tuck had a different opinion about it. What do you think about it, and why do you think? I want to know why you think Dak didn't sign this year. I say it's because of COVID.
Don't say that shit.
No,
stop
I'm
saying
gonna tell you this right now.
It was because
man, I'm gonna tell you this.
There's gonna be more money for him next year.
Yeah, let me tell you this right now. And
you have the end. You have the end. That's why I'm asking you.
Bruh, Dak didn't sign for the exact same reasons Dak said he wasn't gonna sign because he wanted a 4-year deal. There's no hypotheticals. There's no accidentals. There's no COVID. Dak said that he wanted a 4-year deal. They didn't offer him a 4-year deal. He didn't sign it. You know what I'm saying? It's to the point now that it's very, very clear what's going on with the Dallas Cowboys. And the Dallas Cowboys are not fighting over money anymore. It's not really over money. This is really about a pride stake. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if it was about money, we would have never offered him $31 million. Because remember, the very, very first offer they offered him was like 24. If it was about money and you didn't have it, why did you go from 24 to 31? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lie. So let's just be real. It's not about money. This is about a pride sake. You know what I'm saying? And it's about Dak also wanting to get back into that market. Now, I agree. I mean, I say it like this. If Dak really, 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 really is holding his NUTs about that 4-year deal, that means this next year deal, he can only be talking 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Because Dak, I'm going to tell you this right now. If you sign a 4-year deal this year, they got you. You know what I'm saying? You want to know why? Because 1 + 4 is what?
5. Yeah. Right.
So Dak theoretically has to sign a what? 3-year deal this year.
Yeah. Right.
Because guess what? Because it's not about, he still wants to be a free agent a year before the new contract deals.
Right.
So now think about this. Now those numbers are going to shift, and people are next year going to be mad because they're going to be like, "Oh my God, Dak only wants a 3-year deal now. He wanted a 4-year deal last year. What is he changing his mind? Because of 1 + 4 is 5. That's why. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I think Dak Prescott understands for the first time that there is a 1% chance that he won't be a Cowboy next year, and I think
you said a 1% chance, right?
Yes, yeah, 1%.
You guys hearing that? 1%.
No, I say no. I actually think it's a 50-50 shot, but I actually, to keep it real, I actually say that there's more. This is me, right? I try to stick in the facts because I can't budget again around like what I think is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So I try to get it as close to factual.
Yeah.
The Cowboys should lose Dak next year. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I'm gonna tell you on success. I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell you why. If we're successful, how do you afford him? Right. If he wins, listen. No, Brad. Stop saying gonna. Jerry don't gotta do nothing. Right. Jerry proved that to you this year that he don't gotta do nothing.
Right.
Like, what are you talking about? No fans in the stands? Oh, what did Jerry say? We're gonna play our football 2020. We're gonna play with fans.
I want
You
you
know
to
what?
hold that
You
thought
know,
one sec. Hold that thought one sec. Man, we got some Eagles trollers in the house, but it's okay. We don't mind them. We want to show some love to the Eagles fans. They showed us a lot of support the other day, and guys, don't hate on them. Just let them. They're in here. They're gonna troll. It's okay for them to troll as much as they want to. We appreciate them tuning in and seeing what's up. Now, somebody did say something that I want to ask you. He said that the Dallas Cowboys don't believe in Dink and Dak. I don't know why people call him that.
yeah.
Now, I want you to continue on what you were saying, but I also want you to comment on that.
Okay. Quick. I wrote this down because I was trying to. I was. What was we talking about first? We were talking
About the 50-50 thing with Dak.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait. Talking about. Oh, losing Dak. There we go.
Yeah.
This is my thing. If Dak Prescott, okay, right? Patrick Mahomes won a Super Bowl, he gets $502 million. Right there.
Right.
$502 million. Okay. Dak Prescott.
he's got to know.
Wins, okay, listen. Okay. Oh, I want to know. I want we
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
So that lets me know that a winning Super Bowl champion should get around $502 million. Okay. All right.
Right.
So Dak wins the Super Bowl this year after going 8-8, and then goes the next year and wins the Super Bowl in the Corona season.
Right.
When they didn't even think we were gonna play football. So Dak should get about what, and he's already making 31. Remember this: Dak will be making more money on his annual contract when he signs his extension than Patrick Mahomes, because Patrick Mahomes was on a rookie deal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Dak is going to be on a franchise tag, so they can't offer Dak like 27, 29. They
Right.
have to start at 37.8.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So there's $38 million. That's with success. At the least amount of money, if Dak wins the Super Bowl, you're going to pay him $39 million. At least.
Right.
Now,
With a
if
signing
you go
bonus.
0-16, Jerry's not going to pay you. End of discussion. So if he doesn't pay you, and if you win, Sai, you asked me how do you keep Dak? Because I just explained to you, if he wins, and then also, did I also remember, did we tell you guys that it's Corona season and that the cap is going to probably go down $25 million? Why?
Right.
Because there's no fans in the stands. That's why.
Right.
Wait, where are they going to get all that money that they lost from
Right.
this season? They're going to take it out of the player's salary next year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that
There's
means,
a big TV contract coming next year too.
no. That's in 3 years.
Yeah,
Remember?
it's not
It's in
next
3
year.
years.
That's what Dak's trying to get his hands on.
That's why Dak wants to get it in 3 years.
Right.
Okay.
Next year is next year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Next year is in 10 months. You know what I'm saying? That new money does, and then think about this: if the NFL doesn't do well, how will those contracts reflect?
Yeah.
Because remember, that money's only guaranteed because you're also thinking that the NFL is going to do better. But guess what? Corona's slapping everybody and their mama right now.
Right.
Everybody, man.
You know what I'm saying? So who knows what those contracts will really be? And then also, Tuck, what about this? If say we go down to 175, we were at 200 million right now. We go down to 175, the contracts will probably just put you back where you started.
Right.
But it's not going to put you above. See, we were thinking we were going to use those contracts to get us to like a $270 million salary cap where everybody's making $5-6 million a year.
Right. Right.
But to cap, I'm going to tell you what the contracts is really going to do. It's just going to help us put everything back normal. And that means you're still 3 to 4 years behind. The only problem is, since the Cowboys were dumb and franchise tag Dak, they're not going to be like, oh, Dak, hey, man, it was Corona. You think
Right.
you could just, you think you could just kind of work this out or something like that? No, bro, because you still required him to win a Super Bowl under those circumstances.
Right.
So it's like you're looking at this, and I say, I don't know. I mean, I want someone to present a passageway on how we keep him. Like, I would love to know how you could keep him. You know what I'm saying? But to say, like, I don't see a path on how the Cowboys, because if he's unsuccessful, Jerry's not going to pay him because he
Right.
already showed you that.
Right.
He
Right.
showed you that he's not going to pay you if you're not successful. So if he wins 4 games, he's not a Cowboy. He's not a Cowboy because he's not going to franchise a guy you're not going to do that, right?
Right.
And then if he wins the Super Bowl, you can't now afford him.
Right.
So Tuck, explain to
Yeah.
me, how do you keep your quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, the only way that we mentioned this, Sid, like you said, we've talked for about 6 hours, is that the only way I think if we see Dak Prescott again next year in the Cowboys uniform is if Jerry decides to franchise tag him. But as West Coast just mentioned, how can you franchise tag a Super Bowl winning quarterback or NFC, championship winning quarterback?
You
so I feel like if there's not going to be any hope for Dak Prescott and the Cowboys to get this done, they're going to have to meet in the middle some way, somehow.
Someone's going to have to give in.
Yeah, someone's going to have to give in. And we know Jerry and Steven's pride. I don't see it happening, so maybe it's going to have to be Dak. And like I said, Mike McCarthy's relationship with Dak this season can play a lot into that. I feel like if Dak says, you know what, I like this guy, I like playing for him, then maybe he can go to his agent and say, okay, what can we work out to really get this deal done? Yeah, but if Dak and Todd France draw their foot in the line, Jerry and Steven going to do the same. And then we just got to pray for the best of what's next. So,
and Tuck, I'm gonna tell you something. For the first time, black skin is gonna get you paid, baby.
Right?
Because black quarterbacks. Hey, this is you. Hey, the top of your show says speak your mind. So I'm
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
you know
what I'm saying? I'm letting it fly. Don't be all up in my inbox being all
no, guys. This is
the name of the show say it says speak your mind all the time. So I'm gonna just do what the man told me to do. Black quarterbacks are at a premium right now.
Right.
Listen, I want to send a shout out.
But hold on. Let me I want to stay on this for like 2 seconds if you don't mind. Let's just be real. With everything that's going on in America right now, a black Super Bowl or winning quarterback coming to your organization, bro, that is tickets.
Right.
Tickets, yeah.
That is money, and that is a lot of money that people aren't thinking about right now, too. Right.
Especially a Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl winning quarterback, too.
Man, any team will overpay for that.
Right. So I felt like, and that's why Jerry won't take that risk to actually letting him hit the free agency market and see what Dak's
how much money we making off Dak. Think how much money we made off Dak. And I'm obviously this is what fans will say. In only one playoff game. You're absolutely right. Think about that.
Right.
Think about all the money. So imagine a team like an Indianapolis or a team that's in a bad market, bro. Or them teams would love Dak. Why? Because they're gonna sell jerseys for one.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Some teams don't even have jerseys. They their jersey sales are not like Buffalo. Who the hell? What jersey? Who bought it?
I want to send a shout out, guys. I got to send a shout out. Philly Notions in the house. Big shout out to our guy.
What's up, guy?
What up, man?
Philly said, salute, fellas. Yes, sir. Dak wasn't signed because Jerry Jones ain't paying for mediocre garbage. Fly, Eagles, fly.
I wouldn't even. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I've been doing this for 4 years, man. 4 years live. You know what I'm saying? Every day. First off, man, stop showing all that damn love to them Eagles fans. Nobody give a damn about y'all Eagles fans. I'm looking at the camera and I'm telling you right now, y'all eat shit for a living. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You ain't your brand will be perfectly fine if not one Eagle fan watches. So nobody give a damn. Man.
I appreciate the love from y'all.
Man, they ain't gonna show you no love, man. What the hell you mean, man? No damn Eagles fans.
So I have a question for you, and because he's in here, who's a better QB, Dak or Wentz?
Bro, what?
Don't get emotional.
I'm not gonna get emotional. I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Who is standing up correctly? You know what I'm saying? Who can stand up the longest without falling down?
What was those stats from the other night? So Dak Prescott is 8-16 when he's wearing black socks or whatever.
Yeah.
Bro, they dug so deep with these stats.
Under 2 minutes.
Hey, can I ask you? Can I say this? This is what I'm gonna tell y'all, right? This is what I'm gonna tell you this, right? Eagles fans know this. In the greatest season in Eagles history, 2017. Oh my God, it was amazing. It was beautiful. We wept, we cried, held each other. Big Dick Nick Foles. Right. That's what y'all called him. Yeah. Grown men said that about another grown man. So I'm not saying that. That's what y'all said about him. And guess what? Y'all couldn't beat the Cowboys one time that year. Think about that, bro.
Right.
Think about that. In your greatest season,
yep,
you was able to win a Super Bowl and not beat the Dallas Cowboys. So go hold that, man. I mean, and now you got, and then think about this. The Eagles are in the worst. Like, I'm going to tell y'all this. You don't disrespect Dak by even comparing Wentz, because you don't even know if Wentz is going to be the starter, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's
you know Wentz is going to be the starter. So it's like, let's not compare Dak to like Like I tell people, Dak is good by the people you compare him to. It's just like it's like your ex. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. Why? Because look at the niggas you compare me to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Look at the dudes you compare me to. You feel me? Oh, he
Right.
ain't no Little Wayne. He ain't no yeah. You right. You right. You know what I'm saying? But I'm up there though. I might not be the prettiest, but I know I'm top 3. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Right.
like the Eagles. Literally, this is what I love about Eagles fans. You guys are about to have a $32 million backup quarterback. You want to know why? Because you drafted Jalen Hurts in the what was that? The second round. Second round. So my question, do you actually let's just kill this nonsense about they drafted him so they can raise him up and trade him. You don't do that with a second round pick.
They said trick plays, right?
Yeah.
They said
how is it a trick play if he's coming on the field?
Not just trick play. That the Eagles are going to a 2 QB.
And I love that
rotation.
My coach Dixon, he ain't dead, but he out there in that heat training somebody. I know he's training somebody right now. That's my old football coach. He used to tell me this, man. You got 2 quarterbacks, you have no quarterback. Right. You have none. Right. You have none.
And my question is, who does Jalen Hurts remind you a lot of? Dak Prescott.
And let's just be real, right? Like Carson Wentz can do whatever he wants to do, but it's like this. My boy Boss Cowboy used to always says this, and I love this statement. It's from the movie Gladiators. Win the crowd, win your freedom. You know what I'm saying? Basically, that's what Jordan Lewis did. Jordan Lewis played because the crowd was like, Jordan Lewis. Why? Right. Because he was balling. So you couldn't, like, the Cowboys got to a point where, like, we're going to look dumb if we don't play this kid. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, bruh, Jalen Hurts, if he's healthy, he's going to go out there, and if it is a trick play, he's going to be a trick play, and then guess what? The Eagles are going to be waiting for Carson Wentz to get hurt. But the only problem is the contract. They put themselves in such a precarious situation. It's like the only way they're going to be able to get out of that is they're either going to have to trade him or they're going to just have to eat a lot of money. Or even worst case scenario, they have the very first $32 million backup quarterback. Either way, I love it for their franchise. I just love it. I love the discord.
We won't even discuss more about the Eagles. I had to ask the question.
Anytime you see an Eagles fan, they ask you a question about your Cowboys, ask them, who's your starting quarterback for 2020? Like, can we just start there? I want to know who we going to play.
When you know, let us know.
Yeah, when you know, let us know. Because, like Tuck, let me ask you a question. Dallas Cowboys draft Jalen Hurts second round. What does that say about Dak Prescott?
That we not
Be honest.
That we not sold on him.
Yeah.
Right.
So why is that different from the Eagles?
Right. Yeah. Right. Actually, they didn't just draft him in the second round. They traded up to get him.
They traded up to get him. And think about this. We would
talk about not believing. They say that Dallas doesn't believe in their RQB. I believe that the Eagles don't believe in their QB.
They don't, because think about this, Tuck. We just interviewed Jalen on the phone, and they put it on the internet, and Cowboy fans went crazy.
And he had his name with the Cowboys logo on the behind him.
Remember? Yeah. Like Cowboy fans went crazy. You want to know why? Because all those fans who are just haters and don't really watch film. Oh my God! Yes, we're finally getting rid of Dak, right? Okay, so if that's what that meant for us, how is that different for another team?
Right.
I asked him that too. I said, "What do you think that says to your starting QB? That you went after another QB on your second round pick?"
And then think about this. This is only 1 year after re-signing that same quarterback.
Right.
So you know what they're trying to do?
The wrong message.
It's sending the wrong message, but you're also sending the right message that if we don't see something, that anybody can be replaced. Right. Like Philadelphia is definitely a place where everybody walking on eggshells, even the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, I don't like the Eagles. I don't like the city. I hate all Eagles fans, but I'm gonna tell you this. I do respect Doug Peterson because he makes some hard decisions. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, he will make them hard decisions when it comes to the organization. And that's why, the Eagles are going, as much as I don't like them, they're always going to be a thorn in our side. You want to know why? Because they do have a coach who will do what they have to do. Because that was to draft Jalen Hurts. That's gangster, bruh.
Right.
That is gangster.
Right.
And that also lets you know that it's someone in that organization has had the conversation of, hey, man, we're about to go into this real heavy portion of his money that we gave him, the extension. Because remember, for these first 2 years, Carson Wentz was still on a 5-year deal. Right. You know what I'm saying? He's on a rookie deal. So what they're doing is they're going to give Carson Wentz 1 more year. You want to know why? Because after next year, that extension kicks in. and they're basically telling him, you either gonna figure it out and stay on the field, because it's not even about talent. Because if it was talent, you wouldn't bring the Jalen Hurts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It is about the fact that, bro, you get hurt every January, December, and guess what? That's when football really, really counts.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, it really, really counts then.
J Tuck, man. First, guys, before we continue, a lot of people are streaming, are viewing. Please, Jay, let them know where to find you again, man. Please.
Yeah, man. Follow me on Twitter at JTuck151. Also follow me on my YouTube channel, Cowboys Fans Only. Comment, like, subscribe, and go ahead and like the Facebook page, Cowboys Fans Only.
Yeah, that was one of the coolest names in football too. I like that. Only thing that's bad about it is if you recognize it, bad on you. If you be like, oh, I know where you got that from. Your lady, like,
it was gonna be something. It was gonna be. I mean, a lot of people asked me about that, man, because I said in the group chat when I first started my channel, I was like, this Cowboys team's gonna be so sexy, man. I should start an OnlyFans for it, and then
boom.
That's how he tell his lady he came up with it. Yeah, baby, that's what I was looking at a picture of you, baby, and I looked at the Cowboys, and I was like, damn, this nigga gonna be sexy. I should start a Cowboys only page.
You know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, baby. You know I was
guys, as you notice, I got West Coast in the house tonight on Speak Your Mind all the time. Now, if you want jerseys, West Coast,
that's me.
Let them know what you do and how you get the jerseys, and the fact that they're officially signed by the players. Guys, this is legit, straight from the players. Let them know, Wes.
Well, shoot, I got a vendor in Dallas who is like he's basically like the major broker for all the JSA and Beckett and all those companies, and he just so happened to be a Cowboy fan, and I made a friend on purpose and befriended this man. And 2 years later, Corona hit. And guess what? All these places that, normally would have like a DeMarcus Lawrence come out and sell you these jerseys. Guess what? The state said you can't have meetups. So now my good friend who's a good friend of mine is stuck with just hundreds of signed autographed jerseys. And so it's like, I came up with an idea, like, look, man, like, instead of just letting these just sitting around, you know what I'm saying? Why don't you give them to your boy? You know what I'm saying? And that's what I've been doing, man. So, like, if you're looking for, I have a couple jerseys here right now. I got D-Law. I got half the defense here with me right now. I keep, anything that's under like $250, I'll have on me, like D-Law, Michael Gallup, Cooper. Anything that's north of 300, like the man that's behind you right there, Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott ain't even 300. He's like 370, 400. You know what I'm saying? He is a very, very expensive player. You know what I'm saying? And then Dak Prescott is right behind him. You know what I'm saying? Dak is probably like $60 off. So, if you're looking for, I always tell people just, inbox me. I have some on hand right now. I keep a couple of them on hand right now. But if there's a specific player that you're looking for, like a specific jersey or something, just inbox me, and then I'll definitely be able to get it, and then we'll get it out to you, man. But, it's, just
somebody actually asked about your T-shirt. Somebody said they want the shirt that you got on right now.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I bought this T-shirt on one of them Facebook things. I'm just that. Hey, I got PayPal, and I always got a couple dollars on my PayPal. Like, if I get it next year, then so I'll get it. You know what I'm saying? But
yes.
My goal is to stay the flyest. You're saying, I go live so much that I'm very I'm adamant about just making sure I have something different. So that people can tell my videos apart. You know what I'm saying? That's what really started me wearing the different Cowboy stuff, is just so that people, because I go all live so often, I didn't want people to look at it and be like, dang, that's the same video. So I got a gang of just anytime I see something that's Cowboys that's different, I always scoop it up.
Yeah, man. Great. Man, guys, I'm going to have something coming up big. Me and Jay talked about it. Keep watching the channel, because we're definitely going to be giving away our free jersey going into the 2020 season. So you got it, but we'll talk about it more, but you're going to have to click that subscribe button on both our channels, and definitely we're going to let you guys know how
click that subscribe.
Yeah, man.
Hey, can I give some shout outs to my scouts, man? I got some scouts in the building, man. My serious Cowboy fans out there, Uncover Truth. Appreciate you. That's what scout means. It means serious Cowboy fan out to Uncover Truth. So because why? Because Jerry Jones be lying, man. I ain't gonna lie. When I thought my job security was gonna be gone when Jerry Jones, when he going on to the upper chamber. to be up there with Jesus and all everybody else. You know,
Yeah.
with Landry, and they gonna fight. Landry and Jerry gonna fight when they get in heaven. I'll tell you that right now. I'll tell you that right now. They gonna fight. You know what I'm saying? So Jesus, get ready.
Right.
But because Jerry Jones be lying, man, we had to create something to always be putting out that truth. And then
Right.
his son is now about to be running it. So I know I got about at least 50 more years of job security. So
Yeah,
I'm
man.
good.
Yo, man.
Hey,
We'll always
shout
have
out,
to.
hey, shout out to Miss Joyce. Shout out to my boy Boo, the badass. Shout out to my boy Jose, the bald head nut. Shout out to my boy Trina. Who else I got? I saw. I think I saw. Well, let me go to the bottom. Let me go to the bottom. Nathaniel, I see you. Neil, I see you. Miss Joyce, I see you. And my boy Tony, I see you. Deshaun, I see you. OG. Hey, 420, you already know what it is. Hey, but if I miss you, man, I love you, man, and you already know what it is, man. Y'all know where I be at.
Yeah, man. Thanks. Yo, guys, just to let you know, please. I hope you're enjoying Speak Your Mind all the time. This is a show that I do with J Tuck often, and we have always different guests on the show. Please click that subscribe button. My YouTube channel is Dallas Cowboys, the number 4 life, and my Twitter is SidDC for life. We're gonna keep this going, so definitely thanks again for tuning in. Please click our definitely go check out J Tuck's channel as well. Cowboys fans only. Click that subscribe button, man. We're new to this game, but we're putting out content pretty much every week, and we're gonna have big things. We're definitely gonna have West Coast back on. We have MCF coming up. Big shout out to them guys too. So we got bigger things coming. So West Coast, I have a question for you. Cooper released a statement a couple of weeks ago, and he said that he sees him, Gallup, and CeeDee Lamb putting up over 1,000 yards each going into the 2020 season. Do you think it's possible, and what does that say for Zeke? Or are we gonna have is Dak gonna have a 6,000 yard season that people are saying that it's possible to happen?
I think Cooper said something that should have happened last year. When Cooper said that they were gonna have 3 1,000 yard receivers, I was like, duh, y'all should have had it last year.
Yeah.
If Michael Gallup doesn't, I gotta go into that. He had 11 drops though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
So,
Randall
he's
Cobb
still-
had 8. You know what I'm saying? He still got He still got 1,000 yards.
He still got 1,000 yards.
Yeah, but it took Amari Cooper not playing week 17. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm just thinking about Amari Cooper's going to be fully healthy this year. So, I think what it was an expectation. You know what I'm saying? I think it was Amari Cooper setting an expectation of setting a bar. You know what I'm saying? CeeDee Lamb, we see that you can produce at 1,000 yards. We believe it. We see it. We want. That's the bar that we want to set. But at the same time, I think it's also setting the bar for Michael Gallup because, Michael Gallup had a beautiful season last year, but that season was with help. You know what I'm saying? He had 2 touchdowns going into week 17. 2. He came out of week 17 with 5. You guys see how 5 doesn't sound so bad now? You're like, dang, 5 touchdowns. That's not bad. But I promise you, if Michael Gallup ends 2019 last year with 840 yards and 2 touchdowns, you are looking at him totally different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That one game, put it like this: weeks 1 through 16 is the reason why we drafted CeeDee Lamb. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why we drafted CeeDee Lamb. You know what I'm saying? Week 17 is the reason why we kept you, Michael Gallup, because we see what you can do. All right, we see it. We see it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is this. I'm not gonna really care on stats this year. I'm not gonna care on yards because Dak Prescott threw for more yards than he's ever thrown in his high school, college, or NFL career, and we did not go to the playoffs. Right. In 2019, the top 4 team, and also I'm gonna tell you this: Jameis Winston threw for 5,800 and some yards and won 3 games, and now is currently a backup. So 2020 is about touchdowns. My biggest thing is this, man. I could care less how many yards they get, man. I want to know are they all gonna get over 8 touchdowns? That's what I really want to know because Amari Cooper can just go out there and get 3,000 yards, but it's like, bro, can you guys score? Exactly. And then also think about this. Amari Cooper just got $100 million. I know we just forget. It's crazy how we literally forget about $100 million wide receiver.
Right.
But he just got $100 million, right? Every team, when they look at this offense, they love CeeDee Lamb. They like Michael Gallup. Dak is cute. Zeke is a dog. But they're going to circle Amari Cooper. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Amari Cooper is still going to get that double team. He's going to get it. Why? Because somebody has to get it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when he's getting double team, Michael Gallup, do you score? You know what I'm saying? CeeDee Lamb, do you score? You know what I'm saying? Do you take advantage of the exact same thing that happened to DeMarcus Lawrence? You know what I'm saying? The exact same thing that happened to DeMarcus Lawrence. Teams were focused on him, so Robert Quinn ate. You know what I'm saying? Like DeMarcus Lawrence almost. That's why I said, man, Robert Quinn, you OD lost some money.
Right.
Like between y'all two,
right.
between y'all two, you owe him some money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you owe him some money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like my thing, like, should the Cowboys have 1,000-yard receiver? I mean, hope maybe, but I'm gonna tell y'all this: weeks 1 through 3, I don't think we're gonna be throwing the ball a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? I think 1 through 3 is gonna be about, because you're not gonna know what you have, man. Like, so there's no way you're going to be doing all this airing out football and you don't really know what you have. You know what I'm saying? So I think the guaranteed thing that the Cowboys can do is just run the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's the one thing that you can do that there's just no chance out of it. Just hand the ball to Zeke, man. Hand the ball to Zeke. Weeks 1 through 3, hand it to Zeke. But I mean, to get back on task, do I think they can have it? Yes, but I don't like, I'm not focusing the top. Listen to this, bro. The top 4 passing teams in the NFL did not make the playoffs, while the top 4 running teams all made the playoffs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's something a lot of people are looking past. Man, they're seeing the weapons, and so they're getting excited about it. You know, you want to air the ball out, but honestly, man, even though with the weapons we have with this wide receiver core, it ends and starts with Zeke, man. Like, it really needs to be with Zeke, man. Yeah, Zeke and Pollard, man, they're going to be the most important pieces. And so, yeah, I personally don't agree with the whole 3,000-yard wide receivers. And the reason why I said it's not going to happen is because I think Blake Jarwin's going to take on the bulk of those catches that were missed out as well. So somebody's catch is going to get cut out. It might be Gallup, but, you know.
Theoretically, it should be Gallup.
Right.
Because you have $100 million invested into Amari Cooper. You just drafted CeeDee Lamb 17th?
Yeah, 17.
17 overall, where he was drafted overall. Like, priority says that your priorities on getting the ball should be Zeke, because he makes $14 million a year. He's a running back. If he's not getting the ball, then it should be Amari Cooper. It should be Blake Jarwin. Strong statement you just said right now, Tuck. Right. Because in a West Coast offense, it was Jerry Rice and the tight end that was tearing you up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And Blake Jarwin makes $8.5 million this year.
Yeah.
So theoretically, Dak should be looking at Amari Cooper. Oh, no, he's not open. Okay, Blake Jarwin. No, he's not open. CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup.
Right.
That's where it should be. So, I mean, you know, I really don't need the 3,000 yards. I don't need it from them. You know what I'm saying? I need them to affect the game with touchdowns. Like, if CeeDee Lamb only gets 600 yards and like 7 touchdowns, bro, that is Mekhi Hartman, the kid from freaking out there where you are.
Yeah, Kansas City, yeah.
Like, hey, I'm going to keep it real, Tuck. If CeeDee Lamb can be him, year 1, I'm fine.
Right. I agree. Because it's a game changer, man. Like, we need people to get in end zone. Because when you think about it, last season, we struggled a lot in the red zone. Like, that was one of our biggest knocks. So, get into the end zone. So, I know
Mekhi Hartman wasn't even a big-time draft pick either.
Right. But he was able to take those looks away from Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce and get in the end zone. He also was in special teams on punt return. So, like, ask yourself, bro, how do you get 7 touchdowns, I think it is, as a rookie with Tyreek Hill and Kelce on the team? Right. And Sammy Watkins. Yeah. Right.
Who makes $15 million a year.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I say, like, everybody's saying, like, CD has to have 1,000. I'm like, nah, he really don't, man. Like, he can be really, really effective with, like, because I think he only had like 6, like, it was like 7 something, but he had like 7 touchdowns.
Right.
That's
he was a Pro Bowler, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. That's what I'm saying, like, but it's just thinking, like, bro, Kansas City was already known to have a bunch of weapons. And unless you really watch that team, you know Hartman was a weapon because people just flat out forgot about him.
Right.
Like, you didn't realize, like, who is that in the end zone? Yeah, and on Madden, he's a beast. On Madden, he's a beast.
Yeah, man. Don't be playing with the Chiefs, man. Everybody watching this, don't be playing the Chiefs,
or Ravens. Chiefs or Ravens, bro.
Yeah, if you don't be an arrowhead like that, man, I'm tired of logging on.
Oh, you was the one that said that.
Yeah,
oh
man.
Well, you were the one that said that.
every game I log on, man, I'm playing against the Kansas City Chiefs. Like, man, y'all not an arrowhead like that, man. Run with your squad, man. Run with your
Hey,
squad.
you know what's so crazy, bro? I saw that post and then I was talking about it on my live. I was like, man, somebody said the realest thing in the world, bro, because I went live. Baltimore, first game. Second game, Kansas City. Okay.
Right.
Third game, Kansas City. Okay. Fourth game, Baltimore. Okay.
Right.
Fifth game, Kansas City.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, are you freaking kidding me?
Right. Right. I'm telling you, man.
Listen, guys, this has been great. This has been a lot of fun. We're definitely going to do this again. West Coast, man, I'm going to hit you up because I need your help with Ultimate Team because I don't know.
I don't even play it, bro. I can't get around the All-Stars. I can't do it.
It's addictive, man. It's addictive,
man.
I'll get on it, but I mean, I try it, but I don't know.
You on PlayStation or Xbox?
Xbox.
Okay.
Oh man, I'm shocked. Jay Tucker's rather
my
be
boy said
on
I'm
Xbox.
shocked. Wow, my boy said I'm shocked.
Yeah.
I just made the change, man. I was always pro Xbox, man, but I'm going to PS5.
PS5
so that's why I
is going
switched.
to be insane.
It's gonna
man.
be better, or it's gonna be a better system. I mean, I'm getting one of the new systems. You think it's gonna be a better system or what?
Yeah, this is gonna be a better
Yeah.
system, man, as far
Overall.
as PS5 versus Xbox. So that's why, because normally I was on Madden, all Xbox, man, but I still might get it, man. Because I know my guy Nix has been talking a little bit, so I'm versatile. So like, I got the Xbox right here, so
But what do you think? Just the performance, or what do you think is gonna be better?
Performance, the gameplay, just everything.
Yeah,
man.
the graphics alone. Listen, it's gonna be an amazing machine, man.
Yeah.
So both of you guys are gonna do the PS.
Getting the PS, man.
So that's why I just switched over.
The only thing I'm wondering, Jay Tucker, and I don't know if anybody knows this, but if you're playing Madden on PS4 right now, and you get the PS with the new Madden, is your Ultimate Team gonna flip over?
Yeah, absolutely. Better, yeah.
Yeah, because it's because you gotta remember your Madden is saved on their EA servers.
Right.
That's why. I'm saying.
I hope, man, because I'll be pissed if
No, it is. That's why they require you to have a login for it because it's not saved.
Yeah,
on
but
the,
your
it's saved
stats.
in your
Well,
EA.
Yeah,
Stats.
everything will map over, like for sure. Yeah,
I hope so.
This is the thing. Like they were making more money off that than the actual franchise season and stuff like that. So I know they're gonna cater to that audience.
I'm not even gonna tell you how much I spent on mud already. So,
but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying.
Real cash? Real cash?
Yeah.
No way. I haven't put any money into it, and I'm not going to. No way, man. I want to grind.
Hey,
I want to know. I worked my
Cowboys
ass off to get to where I am.
Hey, some people are okay for paying for it.
This guy's
That's
got
why it's
jokes.
called Cowboys fans only.
Yeah, man.
Don't knock a man that'll pay for it, man. Hey, man.
Exactly.
Hey,
People-
my uncle told me if you spend a little bit, I buy a little bit.
Yeah.
You spend a little bit, I buy a little bit.
Right.
Jay, man, thanks again for coming on the show.
Yeah.
Like always, man, we got big things coming next week. We'll talk. Let the fans know where to find you once again, please.
Yeah, man. Once again, Cowboys fans only, the YouTube channel. Go ahead. Appreciate everyone who's been subscribing, man, from everywhere. All the love and support in the chats, man. It's been crazy these last few weeks. So we got more content, a lot of things coming on the way. And also hit me on Twitter at JTuck151, man. Like I said, I follow all Cowboys fans back.
Yeah, man, 100%. West Coast, man, let them know about your YouTube channel. Let people, any Xbox players out there, let them know your gamer tag if you want to. And let me know if anybody smokes you. I want to know who beats West Coast. Does anybody beat West Coast?
Hold up, because I'll knock you out in the street, but on Madden, I ain't gonna lie, I need a little help. So I'm one of them dudes that I'm still, you know what I'm saying? Because I took it. This is the thing about Madden, like if you took a break, I took a break from 2017 Madden. No, 18. From 18, and I didn't play from 18 to 20. You can't do that with Madden, bro, because you can't because now I'm that Madden player that's up late at night logging like 8 and 9 hours trying to get back to where I was. You know what I'm saying? Because if you miss a gear, it really matters. It
changes. Yeah.
It changes, you know what I'm saying? And now this new Madden is actually better because it's not as video gamey, but at the same time, I'm used to kind of video gaming. You know what I'm saying? So I throw a lot of 70-yard passes where I'm like, maybe I should have just took that underneath. Because the game is designed.
I do that mistake.
Like honestly, I was reading something. The game now if you put it on simulation, it's designed for you to get 1 to 2 big plays a game. Because that's what football is not designed. Football is not big play, big play, big play, big play. That's not. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, but my gamer tag is I'm kind of scared to put it out because I know I'm young, but it's West C. Wait, West Coast. West C Cowboy. There you go. I always say it wrong. West C Cowboy. West C
Exactly
Cowboy.
like your Twitter.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, right off the butt, you probably better than me. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get better. I'm gonna be better
He's
every
humble,
day.
man. I
Yeah,
appreciate
I'm
it.
humble.
I'm
But
say,
I'm one of them dudes that's humble, but then when I win, I'm in your face.
Yeah.
I'm in your face.
I give a shout out to my guy Nick, man. So on my channel last week, I had a guy who's a competitive Madden player. He's a Cowboys fan. And he has his own channel, man. So he was giving me some tips online, man. Got me right with my stick skills for this 21. Yeah, man. So yeah, because it's a lot in the adjustment. I'll tell y'all right now, the adjustment screen is where everything's done on defense right now.
Yes, and I'm gonna tell you something, Tuck. I'm still at that point. Like my boy told me, he's like, I can always tell people where they are, where they play their Madden. He's like, why? He's like, because you don't do no defensive adjustments.
Right. That's where it's at this year.
I'm like, what do you mean? I got my team. Like, no, bro. And he's like, also, if I come in a double, like say you come in a fast offense, you have to change your offense. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
So I'm learning.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
Yeah, man, for sure. So again, guys, if you want some jerseys, definitely go check out his Facebook, West Coast Cowboy. He's always selling some.
Bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one soon. I just, things are just different out here in Canada. And the exchange rate is crazy.
Hell yeah, and shipping $40.
See, there you go. So,
add that in.
No, you see, there you go. Definitely go check him out. Please don't forget to check out my YouTube channel. It's Dallas Cowboys for Life. And my Twitter is SidDC for Life. And if you want to find me on PlayStation, it's simple. It's your boy Sid, and then you'll be able to find me on there. I'm not great. J Tuck handed me an ass whooping a couple of weeks ago. I won't replay him again.
Friends, you look at your friends differently, especially if they just keep scoring on you.
I had to, man. I was
spit in your
Yo,
water.
he picked me off 4 times.
I was in the lab. I was in the lab, man, getting my game ready, man. So I couldn't let up
4 times in a row.
He got picked. Yeah, he picked me 4 times, bro. I was pissed.
Who was you playing with?
Who
I mean, it was your fault that you was throwing the interception.
I didn't pick Dallas because of the fact that he picked Dallas, and I wanted to be respectful.
Yeah.
I'm not doing, bro. We just gonna
Dallas
change
versus Dallas.
Yeah, bro. I'm a cow. Hey, bro. I'm gonna tell you, I'm a Madden fan who has never, probably since maybe like, I haven't played with any other team except for the Cowboys probably since like Michael Vick, and I love it when people try to make me feel bad. Oh man,
that's me.
Man, I ain't tripping, bro. Like this is my favorite team. Why would I play a football game and not play with my favorite team?
See, old school, man. Because like my boys would be like, man, play with somebody else. No. Play with someone else and beat me. Like I don't know these people on this roster, man.
So that I can play with Cowboys. Like you know what I mean, Doug? Like I play Madden so that I can play with Cowboys.
Yeah.
Jay Tuck, man, I'm gonna have to rematch you, Dallas, and we'll see what
like
on top. Man.
That's what I will never get. We'll just call it a scrimmage. I ain't tripping. Just change your jersey.
Yeah, man. I appreciate everyone coming on. Once again, go subscribe to these channels. Go check them out on Facebook. It's your boy Sid, and I'm out.
Appreciate it.
Hey man, that was lit, bro.
Man, appreciate you coming.